6th and play third base. Ike Davis will hit 7th, and he will play first base. Marcus Semien hits in the 8th spot. He will be the shortstop, and batting 9th and playing left field is Sam Fuld. So Burns in center, Sogard at second, Vogt the catcher, Zobrist the DH, Reddick in right, Laurie at third, Davis at first, Semien the shortstop, and Fuld is in left field. That's your Oakland A's starting lineup. Now the starting lineup for the Texas Rangers. Leading off and playing second base, Rougned Odor. Batting second and playing right field, Shin-Soo Choo. So Choo, who's been battling a little bit of a sore back, is back in the lineup. He will bat second. Batting third and playing DH is Prince fielder Adrian Beltre is the third baseman. He will hit in the cleanup spot. Mitch Moreland is at first base. He will hit 5th. Joey Gallo, the left fielder, hits 6th. Gallo in left hitting 6th. Elvis Andrus is the shortstop. Andrus playing short and hitting 7th. Leonis Martin is in center field hitting 8th. And batting 9th and doing the catching is Robinson Chirinos. So it's Odor at second, Choo in right, fielder the DH, Beltre at third, Moreland at first, Gallo in left, Andrus is the shortstop, Martin is in center, and Chirinos is the catcher. And that is the lineup this afternoon for the Texas Rangers. So the A's come in 33-41, 9 games back of the Astros in the West. The Rangers come in 37-35. They are 4 games back of the Astros. So the Texas Rangers in second place, A's trying to climb out of the cellar. Well, this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Oakland Athletics for the private and non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction or retransmission of the description and accounts of this game in any form without the express written consent of the Oakland Athletics is strictly prohibited. So Colby Lewis has finished the warm-up tosses. The Rangers have thrown it around, and as Lewis climbs to the top of the mound, Billy Burns steps in. We are set for baseball. A's going for the sweep in Arlington. Here's Vince Catroni.
94 degrees at first pitch. It shouldn't have taken Colby Lewis very long to get loose. Not a cloud in the sky. The south wind, which is prevalent here at the ballpark at Arlington, and we're ready to go as the veteran right-hander turns, and his first pitch is swung on and missed, and we are underway on this Thursday for the A's and the Rangers.
I bet it clarifies something. Is the south from left field?
No, it is from right field.
I don't know.
One pitch, check swung on and rolled toward the A's dugout. It's 0-2.
I just wanted to ask because the wind, knocks down everything to left field. So I thought maybe the wind would be coming in from left field. So, no, I don't know the directions of this ballpark. How it's, Kite?
No, but I'm afraid to ask Vinny now.
Yeah.
He jumped right on you there.
Yeah, I know. I jumped on him, too.
Here's the 0-2. Look out. It's up high.
It's a good start to the ball game. You guys are feisty today.
This is a new park. Vinny, of course, worked here. He would know north, south, east, or west the whole way. And so just thinking about the strong wind from left field. Thanks, Vinny.
Just call me Bill Nye, the science guy. 1-2 pitch hit on the ground on the right side. One hop, and Odor has it, second to first. And Burns, who started the day with a 14-game hitting streak, is retired in the first inning. And that'll bring up Eric Sogard. The south wind comes from beyond right field. They used to have the special season ticket holders club behind home plate with that enclosed glass structure, which forced the wind to swing and create the jet stream out to right field, which made this a hitter's haven. That has been greatly reduced over the years.
Now, why is the ball knocked down so much in left field? Why did they put the windscreen up in left center?
They did that after the first year here. First pitch to Sogard is low, ball 1.
Did the wind blow in from there as well?
No, it did not.
Okay, I just know that high fly balls in left field are knocked down.
Here's the 1-0, missing high, 2 balls and no strikes. You're really into the weather today.
Yeah, I just hear all the young kids screaming that are up in the shade because they have the good seats. Those might be the best seats today, the ones in the shade.
They'll wind up the 2-0 pitch and take it for a strike by Sogard. He's batting .255 with 19 RBIs. Ben Zobrist played second base last night. Eric had the night off. Here's the 2-1. Swung on high, fly ball to shallow right. Shin-Soo Choo making his first start in the series. Will haul it in, and there are 2 outs. Defensively for Texas, they've got Mitch Moreland at first. Rougned Odor at second. Elvis Andrus, the shortstop. Adrian Beltre at third with Robinson Chirinos behind the plate. Shin-Soo Choo in right. And starting for the first time in the series, he's been dealing with some back spasms. Leonis Martin in center. Joey Gallo is in left. Now Stephen Vogt, the American League ERA leader, or rather ERA. How about RBI leader? And he takes outside ball one. 53 RBIs for Stephen. Batting .301, 13 home runs. And the left-hand batter awaits the 1-0 pitch from the quick-working Lewis, who delivers a strike on the outside corner.
See, you could be correct in your first statement because Stephen Vogt has a good ERA catching. Now, that is a new statistic as far as catchers and their ERAs with the pitching staff.
1-1 offer, slow breaking ball to strike. That's 1-2 kick. How's his pitch framing this year? How's that statistic?
That's a big statistic, too. Most catchers take balls out of the strike zone instead of keeping them in. But he does a good job.
The wind in the pit, swung on and fouled at the plate. And that one off the foot, I think, of Vogt. No, he missed it completely.
Wow.
And it's a strike three on him. And the inning is over. The A's go 1-2-3 at the end of a half. It's Oakland nothing, and Texas is coming up. Where did the ball go? I think
that's never.
Soo Chu and Prince Fielder against the American League ERA leader, Sonny Gray. And Stephen Vogt swung at a pitch that looked like, while he missed it, it actually hit off of his back knee. That was really strange to end the top of the first inning. And that'll put Sonny on the mound. A deceiving line his last time out against the Angels. Had a 7-2 lead going into the seventh. The first four batters in that inning reached against Sonny. He was lifted in the bullpen, imploded, as the Angels scored 8 times in that inning. Odor standing in on the left side. First pitch from Sonny on the outside corner, strike one.
Well, that should be good for today because the last game Kobe Lewis pitched here against the A's. He went 6. Claudio went to 7th, and the bullpen imploded as the A's scored 7 in the 8th to win the game and give him a no decision.
The 1-strike offer. Missing high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Odor batting .196. 2 homers, 16 RBIs, 93 degrees at the moment. It is a warm day in Arlington, Texas. 1-1 breaking ball down low. 2 balls and a strike. Gabe Morales has the balls and strikes. Dan Iasonia, the crew chief, at first base with Dale Scott down after being hit in the left thigh with a smash from Brett Lawrie last night. Lance Barrett, the umpire, at second, and Marcus Patillo up in the minor leagues over at third. 2-1 pitch, swung on, fouled back. And 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Iasonia leading the charge today for the men in blue. Sonny off the first base side of the mound, always angled toward the third base dugout. Turns and delivers the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, got him on the slider. And Odor is retired to start the game. Ike Davis at first base for the A's. Eric Sogard at second. Marcus Semien, the shortstop, and Brent Laurie at third. Stephen Vogt behind the plate. Sam Fuld in left. Billy Burns in center. Josh Reddick in right. And here comes Chu for the first time in the series. Sonny already displaying a very good breaking ball early in this contest. Chu batting just .233, 4 for his last 31. He looks at a fastball upstairs, ball one. No score, bottom of the first inning. Laurie well off the line at third base. Here comes the 1-0. It is low, ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. Chu 8 homers, 32 RBIs. He has not been the kind of force the Rangers were hoping for when they signed him to that mega deal 2 off seasons ago. 2-0 offer. Missing high, ball 3, and it's 3-0. Sonny's walk innings pitch ratio is very good, 4-1. 25 walks in just over 100 innings. But behind 3-0 to Chu. And deals low, ball 4, and he'll walk him on 4 straight. And that'll bring Fritz Fielder to the plate. And
this is the location where Sonny Gray had a 7-walk, 10 strikeout game. Didn't allow a run to score. You know, Vinny, I would think, and you talked about the wind blowing in from right field, still is very inviting for left-handed hitters. And I would think that Jeff Bannister would pretty much allow every left-handed hitter to have a green light 3-0. And why not? They're going to get a pretty good pitch, although the pitch was not very good to Chu, and he walked.
The stretch by Sonny. His first pitch is a breaking ball. Catches the outside corner. Strike one. Sonny will use the curveball around, 79, 82 miles an hour. He'll go with a harder breaking ball at 85. And then there are times where he throws even a harder slider / cutter, which drops out of the zone at about 88. Another breaking pitch. That one outside. 1-1 on the slugging DH. Fielder batting left-handed, .342, third best in the league. 11 homers, 47 RBIs. Reddick deep in right. He's a few steps over toward right center. Not the full overshift on Fielder. Sogard staying on the infield dirt. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, fly ball to shallow center. Burns having to hustle in. Semien going out of the shortstop makes a nice catch going away from the infield. And that's the second out. Boy, it sure seems like Marcus Semien is gaining confidence out there.
And we knew it was going to happen. I think in just watching him being put in a position at shortstop where he never played consistently and gets the opportunity now, that's a tough position. You have to concentrate on your defense, but also you want to provide some offense. But I think we just eventually knew that he was going to catch everything. He was going to make the throws, and all this has started to happen, and just not surprised it is.
Now Beltre, 1 for 8 of the series, coming off the disabled list after missing 19 games with a sprained left thumb. Sonny stretches and deals a fastball right through the heart for strike one.
Now watching his swings, it doesn't look like he's back to 100%.
No,
it's
you're
like
right.
That thumb is still bothering him.
He lets go of the bottom of the bat on a few occasions. .252 his number, 6 homers, 19 driven in. And the 0-1. Off speed outside. He's a prideful player, and I think he just felt frustrated that he was unable to help his ball club, which is why he decided to not go on the rehab. And it surprised a lot of folks when he was activated prior to the first game of the series, despite having only one round of batting practice. The 1-1 pitch. Outside and low, ball 2.
And I think this Rangers lineup so desperately needs a right-handed hitter in the middle of it because they're really loaded with left-handed hitters. I'm sure he realizes that as well.
The timing is everything, and he will get hot, and he'll carry this club for a part of the season. But the A's are lucky they can get out of town and let him do that to somebody else. 2-1, swing and a miss. There's one of those cuts you were talking about, Glenn. He just lets go of the bat as he tries to let the barrel fly.
Vinny, too, there are some players that feel, and Beltre in the category of being a very good leader, some feel that if they're not playing, they can't lead. Can't lead by example in the case of Beltre. And heard some of the players talk about just him being back has helped them. So that probably also helped him get back a little bit quicker without the rehab.
Chu at first, the 2-2 pitch to Beltre. swings and spoils an outside fastball at 93.
And don't you think, Ray, too, that's the sign of a true leader.
Exactly.
The guy standing at the top step of the dugout doing all the cheerleading is not a leader.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the guys that the other players on the team just watch and go, yeah, you know what?
He plays hurt.
Exactly.
And just the fact that he came back the way he did, without going on his rehab, with just the one round of batting practice, is willing to sacrifice personal numbers for the team.
No score in the bottom of the first. Swung on and a line drive, base hit to left. Some top spin on that swing by Beltre. It's on its way to Fold. He plays it on a bounce, brings it back in. Chew up to second base, and the Rangers hoping for an early first inning opportunity against Sonny with the hobbling Mitch Moreland at the plate. And as often is the case for a pitcher the ilk of Sonny Gray, most often your best opportunity is to get him in the first inning. And Sonny trying to escape that opportunity. Beltre at first now after getting his second hit in the series. Now Moreland, left-hand batter with a .293 average, 8 homers and 33 driven in. Gray out of the stretch. He readies and fires a curve, and it misses high, ball one.
Yeah, Vinny, I had a manager tell me one time, and it's not Bob Melvin, he said, you know, I had a guy come up to me, a player, and say, hey, I want to be more of a leader. How can I be more of a leader? And the manager said, if you have to ask me,
yeah.
You know what, then that's not going to fit you. You're not a leader.
There's no handbook for that.
No.
Here comes the 1-0. Fastball rolled over and hit behind first base, and Ike Davis will flag it down, take it to the bag, and Sonny gets through the bottom of the first inning unscathed against the Rangers. No runs, a hit. Texas leaves 2. On to the second, and Oakland and Texas are scoreless. Day, it's a warm afternoon. Looking for the shade at the ballpark in Arlington. Ben Zobrist will start the frame. And he takes a fastball strike. It's 0-1. Zobrist, Reddick, and Laurie against this veteran Colby Lewis. He's been around the block a time or two. In fact, he was an A back in 2007. 0-1 changeup missing wide. Ben batting .250, 5 homers and 26 driven in. And red hot with a batting average of .400 in his last 9 games. 1-1 pitch down low. 2 balls and a strike.
As many times as the A's have seen Colby Lewis, they realize and know, I'm sure, that if he's behind on the count, you're not getting a fastball. So much confidence in all of his pitches, especially curve slider, that he will throw them.
The 2-1 swung on line towards second, and a backhand grab and a catch by Rougned Odor. That pitch was scalded by Zobrist, but a nice play moving to his right by the young second baseman for Texas. And that robbed Zobrist of an opening hit here in the second. Boy, Ben Zobrist has been on just about everything delivered in his direction.
Well, it's good that he's able to DH today and actually be in the game. Of course, Bob Melvin's been giving him some planned days off just to kind of rest his knee.
Now Josh Reddick stands in, takes outside, ball one. We're scoreless in the second. Overshift on for Reddick. 3 infielders on the right side, and Odor moves to shallow right. 1-0 pitch, a strike on the outside corner.
The surprising thing is Joey Gallo is so far off the line, whereas against Reddick, he's been playing more as a right-handed pull hitter and catching some of the balls that Reddick hit there.
1-1 pitch, outside corner strike, and it's 1-2. Brett Lawrie on deck. And the 1-2 swung on and pulled foul right toward the Ranger dugout. Stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. For me, Kobe Lewis is akin to that old gunfighter from the West. So many people have felt like his time has passed and they could take him down, and he still stands and he finds a way to be more than competitive. He's been a winner this year for the club. 1-2 swung on, grounded fair inside third base. Beltre looked like he wanted to throw his glove at the baseball as Reddick turns and holds at first base with a 1-out opposite field single. I love watching Beltre play because he just brings a smile and trying to have some fun, almost like some Sandlot type baseball, when he knew it was a ball that's a routine play normally without the shift that he was helpless on given the circumstance.
I talked to some scouts. They can't believe some of the shifts, and Reddick's one. They keep pitching him outside, and Reddick has proven if you have a scouting report on him that he is showing that he's going to go to the opposite field. But Beltre's like Miguel Cabrera. They have fun playing the game.
First pitch to Brett Lawrie is outside, ball one. Back-to-back walks on 8 pitches in the first inning last night by Wandy Rodriguez, and then Brett Lawrie stepped up. He said he was looking for something up and off speed, and he got both, and he clobbered it to left center into the bullpen for his 3rd career grand slam. He swings and grounds one weekly outside of first base. 1-1 the count. Batting .292, 7 homers, 35 driven in. He really barreled up the pitch against Wandy Rodriguez and set the tone for the A's. They did not look back in the 8-2 win against Texas. 1-1. Swung on, bounced to the shortstop. Picked up by Andrus. Goes to Odor for 1. On to Moreland for 2. They end the inning with a 6-4-3 double play. On to the bottom of the second. Still no score. Games can be yours for just $89 with the July Ballpark Pass. It is a mobile-only offer with all passes accessed through your iPhone or Android phone. Get yours today at athletics.com/ballparkpass. No score, bottom of the second. A's and Rangers. And Joey Gallo stands in. Slugging left fielder today, takes low, ball one. Josh Hamilton began his rehab assignment yesterday just up the road at AA Frisco. So he's well on his way back from a hamstring injury. Want to offer a changeup, which has been an equalizer this entire series against Gallo. And it's 1-1 strike. Homered in his first two big league games. The youngster batting .222, 5 homers and 10 driven in. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball outside.
Vinny Ray and I talked a lot about his swing the last couple nights on the TV side. And he's going to strike out a lot, but right now he's striking out too much. Nearly half the time.
He awaits the 2-1 from Sonny, and it's on the way. A swing and a miss. Down and away. Good moving fastball. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. He is 21. He'll play 21 the entire year. He's out of Nevada. Just spawned guys like Bryce Harper and Chris Bryant. Here's the 2-2. Fastball, strike 3, caught on the outside corner. And Gallo is gone a-looking. And I think it brings a comparison. I mean, 2 completely different players, of course. But the opposing pitchers have found the hole on Gallo, and they go back to it every time successfully. They're trying to do that with Billy Byrne, trying to bust him inside a lot, and yet he's fought off enough with those pitches. This still has success.
It's a game of adjustments. And in the case of Gallo, in the past, he probably could have gone a month without them really realizing what he was doing. But now with so many scouting reports and technology that they could find out very quickly, and probably after his first 2 games, they said, forget about throwing him fastballs to be able to hit.
Now Andrews stands in. The veteran shortstop attacks the first pitch and fouled it back for strike 1. No score in the bottom of the second. Andrews, a good series against the A's, 5 hits and 9 at bats, boosting his numbers to 246. 3 homers and 26 driven in. This is year 1 of an 8-year contract that he signed with the Rangers. Here's the 0-1 breaking ball, a beauty, right through the heart of the plate, and it's 0-2.
And I'll ask you this, Vinny. Do you think he's tradable? Could he be traded to another club, you think?
Well, yeah, if the Rangers would swallow a good chunk of that money. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on, bounced towards short. Easy hop for Semien. He gloves and throws a little bit low, but dug out by Davis. And there are 2 outs. Would you want to spend that amount of money for a singles hitter whose defense is good but not great?
I agree. And, going back to his first year in the big leagues, I remember Ron Washington said just wanted to make the routine plays, and he's had trouble sometimes doing that throughout his career. But, no, to give him the kind of contract, it may be one that they will regret in the long term, because I think unless they do eat the contract, they would not be able to trade him.
Now Leonis Martin standing in. 2 outs, nobody on for Texas. Bottom of the second. Oakland and the Rangers no score. 2 starters that have been very effective against their opposition. Gray and Lewis on their game early. The wind and the righty's pitch, swung on and hit it on the ground right to the second baseman. Zobrist has it, or rather Sogard has it. And it's second to first at a 1-2-3 second for Sonny Gray. He's cruising. The A's go to the top of the third in Texas, scoreless. On to the top of the third, no score. The A's and the Rangers. Oakland going for the sweep. Once again, here's Glenn.
I didn't know if you were talking about me or
Ike Davis.
Ike Davis.
Where's he going with that?
Indeed, Ike Davis will lead it off against Colby Lewis. One hit for the A's against Lewis in the first 2 innings, but that hit Reddick, he was erased on a double play. First pitch to Ike Davis is in for a strike. Davis 1 for 4 in the series. He played on Tuesday night. He was not in the lineup last night against the lefty Wandy Rodriguez. Shift is on. Davis swings and misses at an off-speed pitch, a quick 0-2. Odor is about 15 feet out into shallow right field. Andrus, the shortstop, is on the right side of second base. Beltre is playing right at the shortstop spot. So the big shift on, and Davis takes a breaking ball down and in, 1-2. Simeon to follow, and then Fuld for the A's here in the third. No score. A's going for the 3-game sweep of the Rangers. Colby Lewis with the glove up and over his face, just under the eyes, delivers inside. 2-2 the count. Colby Lewis does not take a lot of time in between pitches. In fact, he barely leaves the rubber. He stays right there, gets the sign, and he's ready to go. That one's hit high in the air to right field. Chu's going back. He's at the warning track, and he makes the catch. So Davis is retired. That one did not quite have the right sound.
Got in just enough on his hands to keep it in the park. Colby Lewis will lead strongly in the 10 to 12 second rule, where in between pitches with nobody on base, you get it and you throw it, and especially on a hot day like today. Now, farmers usually wear long sleeve shirts to keep the coolness in, right? Yeah. Isn't that what you do when you're out on the farm when it's hot?
First pitch to Simeon is a ball, 1-0. Marcus Simeon, 270 with 6 home runs, 18 RBIs. He's had a good series, 4 hits. He swings and misses at that breaking ball, and it's 1-1.
Is that what you guys do on TV? You do a lot of farm talk.
Yeah, but I remember
covered all.
Yeah, I remembered that because baling hay, you wear the long sleeves.
Simeon rolls it foul. You bale hay so you don't get your arms scratched up, and that's why you wear the long sleeve shirts.
Yeah, but you also stay cool because you want to keep that coolness in. Benny.
This inning brought to you by John Deere.
That's right.
Fouled just over the dugout of the Rangers, kind of reached for by Simeon.
Heartland of America,
Are you saying that you baled hay, or are you talking about the Kuiper farm?
No, I did. When I was growing up, I walked along the wagon. We didn't even have those that you just took a gaff and pulled it, put it on the wagon. We walked along the side.
Simeon swings and misses at a slider down and away. So he chased the pitch well out of the strike zone, and that's the second strikeout for Colby Lewis.
And you don't want to get wet bean hay either, do you?
No.
Because that's real heavy, Vinny. That's.
Did you, when you baled hay, did you go uphill both ways in the snow?
No. I rode my bike.
That's a New York guy asking about baling hay in the snow.
Thank you.
I mean, that's not even close to reality, Vinny. First pitch to Fuld is just a touch outside, 1-0.
It just sounded like one of those stories that your dad would tell you while you're sitting on his knee about back in the day.
No, it's just good, honest work. That's all.
Fuld takes a pitch outside again, 2-0. I don't think Vinny is buying anything we're saying, but you know what? That's his loss.
Because we know it's true.
That's right.
That's right.
We're ganging up on Vinny. 2-0 pitch. Fuld bounces it foul down the first base line. Fan reaches over, tries to make a play, can't do it. So 2-1 to Sam Fuld. 206, 10 RBIs for Fuld. Fuld getting back-to-back starts. This one's bounced toward first. Moreland has it. He'll trot to the bag, beats Fuld by a step, side retired. So Colby Lewis, a 3-up, 3-down inning, and we're headed to the bottom of the third. It's the A's nothing and the Rangers nothing. No score, bottom of the third. The A's and the Rangers from Globe Life Park in Arlington on a hot, steamy day. It'll be Robinson, Chirinos, Rougned Odor, and Shin-Soo Choo. 3 hitters for Texas against Sonny Gray. Couple of strikeouts for Sonny Gray. He's allowed 1 hit. And the first pitch is a fastball. High strike call to Chirinos. Chirinos was the catcher in game 1 of the series. Went 1 for 2 with a couple of walks. Corporate caught last night. This one's driven in the air to right center, but Burns was playing that way. He gets over and back, and he makes the catch. So a fairly well hit ball by Chirinos, but Burns was positioned correctly, and that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the third.
And Billy Burns, a perfect center fielder to have, tremendous speed as we have seen, and he just enjoys covering a lot of ground, and the more he adapts to the center field and taking charge, he's going to be an outstanding center fielder. Already is, but he's going to get better.
So 1 away. Here's the leadoff man, Rougned Odor. Odor struck out swinging in the first. And shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and the pitch is called a strike from Gray. Laurie had a step onto the infield grass. Ike Davis, the first baseman, playing back in his normal spot. Outside from Gray. 1-1 to Odor. Odor getting a second chance this year and taking advantage. He was not very good early on, and he got sent to the minor leagues. Now he's back. Pitch is low, 2-1. And he looks much more like the hitter he was last year right now than the way he looked at the beginning of the year when he was hitting around 150.
Still a very aggressive leadoff hitter, though. He swings a lot, does not take a lot of pitches typically.
Bounces that one to Gray, who leaps up and makes the catch. Turns, flips to Davis for out number 2. I don't know that that ball would have gotten through the infield if it would have went over the head of Sonny Gray, but it would have been a tougher play. Yeah. Gray jumped up and caught it.
That's a good point, because for Marcus Semien playing deep as you normally would with nobody out, it's a slowly hit ball, and with Odor's speed out of the left-handed batter's box. So Sonny Gray, who's a very good athlete. I mean, he handles his position, covers first well, and anything in front of him on bunts or slow hit balls, he handles very nicely.
So here's Choo. First pitch to Choo is low.
I think it's a reminder that even though Dallas Keuchel is the defending Gold Glove winner at that position, that Sonny Gray is very much in that conversation, and maybe he'll win it this year.
No question. Choo, broken bat, lofts it over third, and it's fair. Sam Fuld gets to it quickly, and it's a single for Choo. Part of the bat ends up on the right side of the infield grass. The handle is sitting right near the batter's box. So we got wood all over the place, and Choo's got a base hit down the left field line.
Wonder how the broadcast crew to our left called that line drive to left field by Shin-Soo Choo.
I don't think it sounded like that at all.
No. For them, they were the bat. Either one, huh?
They're broadcasting back to Choo's homeland of South Korea. So a walk, a single, and a great catch in the outfield. They've got a nice little highlight package so far.
So here's Prince Fielder. No score, bottom of the third. And pitch to Fielder is in the dirt, backhanded by Vogt. So the South Korean broadcast team, which is right next to it. It's interesting, though, they didn't broadcast Tuesday night or Wednesday night because Choo didn't play, but Choo didn't know he was going to play today till, he took some batting practice yesterday, said he felt a little bit better today. So they just put the broadcast on hold to find out if he's playing.
Maybe the time change is better today than last night or Tuesday night.
Maybe right. Quick throw, and Choo just gets back.
Oh, that would have been a great highlight if he's picked off.
He almost like his return to first base was kind of in slow motion, and Ike Davis almost got him.
Davis, the ideal first baseman with a left-hander, and he was looking into Bob Melvin, and then trying to decide, but I guess no challenge necessary. But Davis, with the glove on his right hand, can apply the tag quickly.
Shift is on for Prince Fielder. And the 1-0 pitch is hit hard through the shift into right center field. Choo, round second, he's going to go to third, and he'll make it. So back-to-back 2-out singles for the Rangers. They have first and third. That one just rolled just to the right of second base, but through the shift and hit hard enough that it got through into right center field.
That was the case where the A's didn't use the full overshift, because if Simeon's on the other side of second base, it's a routine play for him. But the A's employed kind of a half shift that time, and it hurt him.
And Prince Fielder, I mean, he hits the ball line to line now. Yeah. I mean, he may be a guy that you got to be careful shifting with. So here's Beltre. Sonny Gray from the stretch kicks and delivers, and Beltre hits a high fly ball down the right field line. It's hooking and it's into the seats. The Rangers had a couple of runners on with 2 outs in the first inning, did not score. Same thing here in the third. Beltre had a base hit in that first inning. .401 career home runs for Adrian Beltre. He's 53rd on the all-time home run list. He's behind Miguel Cabrera by 4 home runs. The pitch is dribbled foul at home plate, then it bounces out in front of home plate. So the count 0-2.
Cabrera's a tough guy to chase because he's going to be around for a long time. He's going to hit a bunch.
Yeah, you're going to be chasing him for a while.
He may just take off. Complete player, Miguel Cabrera.
He's got a chance to catch Duke Snider, who's at 407. I think he'll get that soon, probably. Well, right now, Beltre behind in the count 0-2. Rangers trying to break the scoreless tie, and that one hit high and foul. We've had this discussion a lot, Ray, about Beltre and his Hall of Fame credentials. Vinny, what do you think? When it's all said and done,
he's going to be at 3,000 hits or right around there if he doesn't surpass it. He's over 2,600 now. He's a prime defender. I think so. I mean, I know he hasn't won a lot of MVP awards and things of that nature, but he has been a stellar player in his era at his position.
I agree with you. I think he's a definite serious Hall of Fame candidate. I think he's probably going to get in. 0-2 pitch, here it is, and strike 3 called. Got him with a fastball down around the knees. Beltre stands at home plate. He's still talking to Gabe Morales with the bat in his hand, but nothing's going to change there. Big strikeout for Sonny Gray. Couple of runners stranded, and we remain scoreless after 3. The A's and the Rangers, and Billy Burns swings at the first pitch, pops it foul, left side. Burns, Sogard, and Vogt here in the top of the 4th inning. Colby Lewis has struck out 2. And he's allowed just one hit so far. Burns, another pop-up foul left side. This one a little bit further down the line.
Kobe Lewis, who likes to pitch against the A's so much, and seeing him in Oakland, and he said if there's ever a series, and of course the A's and Rangers play each other 6 times throughout a season, 6 different series, he would love to pitch against the A's every one. With the numbers, you could understand why. Just some clubs he feels comfortable against, and the A's happens to be one of them.
High fastball, looped foul again down the third baseline, and the fan reached up to catch it, fell backwards, and still made the play. So the count 0-2. Not an easy play, but he made it.
I thought he made an easy play hard.
Probably right. Slowly hit toward Beltre on the grass, fires, and they just get Burns on a close play. So Beltre was playing in, and he makes the play, and Burns is retired. Out of town scoreboard brought to you by the beautiful Waterfront Hotel in Oakland's Jack London Square. Visit www.waterfronthoteloakland.com and enter promo code baseball to save on your next stay. Let's see what's happening around the league. The White Sox and the Tigers are playing. The White Sox with a 5-2 lead in the bottom of the 5th inning. Eaton has homered for Chicago, Kinsler for Detroit. Baltimore with a 6th spot in the 4th leads the Red Sox 6-1, and later on it'll be the Yankees at Houston. First pitch to Sogard in first strike. So kind of a light schedule in the American League, but tonight we'll keep an eye on that Yankees Astros game, which will be the first of a 4-game series. 0-1 pitch to Sogard is a little bit high, 1-1.
Tomorrow the Mariners begin a series in Southern California against the Angels.
Yep. A's will head home to take on the Royals. Sogard checks his swing. Did he go? Yes, on the appeal to Marcus Patillo. So the count 1-2 to Eric Sogard, who hit a fly ball to right field in the first. Sogard 1 for 5 in this series. Pitch is just inside on a close pitch. Kobe Lewis just rocking and firing. He's already got the sign, and he's ready to go.
He knows the heat and what it can do to his infielders and outfielders and to himself.
Sogard lines one foul. So if you're a young pitcher, we saw Chichi Gonzalez maybe let the heat affect him. You got to go right to Kobe Lewis and say, tell me how you do it.
Right. That's right.
Because he does know how to handle this. He always pitches pretty well here, and we've seen him pitch great against the A's. 2-2. Sogard grounds it to Ordur, the second baseman, who shuffles to his right a couple of steps, and he throws out Sogard for the second out.
Well, a ground ball pitcher, that's 6 already for him. And I think a lot of that is because he will use all of his pitches, and you can't really establish a pattern against him. Especially even if you get ahead of him, sometimes he will throw a fastball, most times he'll throw off speed. And really, a game like today, it might be like the game 162 last year. The A's ended up winning 4-0, but a very close game all the way through.
First pitch to Vogt is low. No score. Top of the 4th inning. The Rangers have had a couple of scoring opportunities. A's have not threatened against Kobe Lewis yet. 1-0 pitch on the outside corner to Vogt for a strike. Vogt struck out in the first inning. Shift is on for Vogt. Both infield and the outfield pulled toward right field as well. This one hit high in the air down the left field line. Gallo toward the line, fair territory, makes the catch, and that is 7 in a row retired by Kobe Lewis. Bottom of the 4th coming up. A's nothing, Rangers nothing. Kansas City Athletics host the Kansas City Royals as we turn back the clock to 1965 this coming Saturday. The then KCA's club at Burt Campaneris, John Blue Moon Odom. Those two guys are going to throw out the game's ceremonial first pitches. 20,000 fans are going to receive a Charlie O throwback t-shirt presented by Ross. Of course, that was the A's mascot, so that's all coming up on Saturday at the Coliseum. Mitch Moreland, first pitch to Moreland is a ball from Sonny Gray. So a big weekend with the Kansas City Royals coming to town. Should be fun. Moreland, Gallo, and Andrus here in the bottom of the fourth. No score between the A's and the Rangers. So 2-0 to Moreland, who grounded out to first to end the first. 45 pitches so far for Sonny Gray. Moreland hits one high in the air, left center, hit well. Burns is going back, and that one is gone into the A's bullpen in deep left center field. So Mitch Moreland, home run number 9 to give the Rangers a 1-0 lead here in the fourth.
Well, he's one guy doesn't have to worry about pulling the ball in this park or any park, as unfortunately the A's have experienced that throughout the career he has had against the A's. And he's a powerful hitter, and when he hits them like that, he does not have to worry about running because he can run slowly.
So here's Gallo. Gallo swings at the first pitch and hits it high and foul down the left field line. That ball looked a little bit like Laurie's ball, where it really got up high and it just kept going. Laurie's grand slam last night, a little bit like that. Landed right in the A's bullpen. So second home run in this series for Texas. And Gallo hits it hard off of Davis, the first baseman, and it shoots into right field. And Gallo is going to try for 2. Reddick's throw is late, and Gallo with a hustling double. It was a very hard hit ball that Ike Davis, it was a very tough play. And it shot off his glove and then into right field. And Gallo hustled all the way. Reddick got to it quickly, but Reddick had just too far to go. And good hustle by Joey Gallo. He ends up at second base.
That's the one that hit so hard. You kind of hoped it carried over to Sogard at second, but into right field it was hit so hard. And that's unfortunately what happens when he swings. He makes contact. It can go and go hard.
Yeah, that was a smash, one hopper that Davis just could not handle. So it's a double, and here's Elvis Andrus. Corner infielders come in. Andrus, a very good bunter. He squares to bunt, and he bunts it foul right at home plate. Hey, let's pause for station identification. This is the Oakland A's Radio Network. Oh, 0-1 the count to Andrus, who squares early. Gallo, the runner at second. Now he pulls the bat back and swings and misses. So Andrus trying a little trickery. And now he's behind in the count 0-2.
Maybe something you want to try first pitch. Once you get a strike.
That's true.
I mean, that's a tough play. I mean, Sonny Gray throws hard, and you have to square around and bring the bat back. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts to try to catch up to good fastball.
Gallo with his lead at second, not being held. In the 0-2, Andrus shows bunt on 0-2, and the pitch is low.
And I would think that's on his own, because Jeff Bannister knows that Andrus is good at going the opposite field. And while it might move the infielders in, I'd say that is not something you expect to see out of a shortstop who really has a good knack at handling the bat.
Rangers have taken the lead here in the fourth on the Mitch Moreland solo home run. 1-0 Texas. Leonis Martin is the on-deck hitter. Now a spin by Gray, and he bluffs a throw to second. But Gallo not really being held on by either of the middle infielders. Gallo's a big guy, but he runs pretty well. We saw that in his at-bat where he just stretched a really what was just a hard hit ball, but he stretched it into a double. Andrus bunts it to the backstop, and he's out.
That's a shock. That really is a shock.
So a very strange at bat for Elvis Andrus, and we've seen Andrus where he's a pretty good bunter, but he did not look like a good bunter there. He kind of jabbed at that pitch, and he strikes out.
And you know, there are times that you do things on your own, but a 2-strike attempt, whenever, I mean, if he could not hit the ball to the right side, that's one thing, but to give himself up like that and try to get the bunt down, I would think Jeff Bannister and Dave Baggan have to be scratching their heads.
And he's a better hitter than that.
Exactly.
I mean, he's got pretty good bat control.
He's not a pitcher. A pitcher would do that, but he's not a pitcher.
Here's Leonys Martin. First pitch to Martin, a slider low. So it goes as a strikeout. That's 4 strikeouts for Sonny Gray so far. Laurie stays in at third as Martin is also a good bunter, but no reason to bunt here. He's trying to knock in a run. Gallo with the lead, and the pitch is a swing and a miss. 94 miles an hour on the fastball from Sonny Gray. So 1-0 Texas, bottom of the 4th from Globe Life Park. Sonny Gray from the stretch takes a look at Gallo, a long look. Now he delivers to Martin. It's in the dirt, well out in front of home plate, and Vogt blocks it nicely. So the count goes to 2-1.
A lot of credit to Marcus Jensen, the A's actually catching coach and assistant hitting coach, and a lot of hard work put in with the catchers Fegley and Vogt. We've seen a lot of good blocks by the catchers, and it's so important in this case, keeping the runner at second instead of going to third, and even more important with the runner at third base.
Pitch to Martin inside, and now it's 3-1. I think, Ray, what stands out to me is a catcher's not going to block every single pitch,
right.
but the 2 A's catchers, their technique is always
right.
there.
Exactly.
And we've seen a lot of other catchers where they're jabbing at it or trying to backhand it. Or
Fegley actually told me after the Angels series, he said Mike Trout looked back, he said, "Don't you ever let one get by you."
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, he's doing his job.
3-1 to Martin. Here's the pitch. Strike called. 3-2. Robinson Chirinos, the right-handed hitting catcher, is in the on-deck circle. A homer and a double to lead off this 4th inning, and then Andrus with the strikeout. Martin, slightly open stance, chokes up a little bit on the bat, swings and misses at a high pitch that was probably ball 4. Well, Leonys Martin has really been struggling, and he shows it there. It was a kind of a high breaking ball, and he swung through it.
And it's a good point, Cat, because Sonny Gray and Stephen Vogt might have been thinking first base open. You have a possible double play hitter coming up in the on-deck circle in Chirinos, and if he gets a strikeout now, he can try to get the third out without the double play possibility.
So here is Chirinos. Chirinos hit a fly ball to fairly deep right center field in the 3rd inning. Now he's looking for a 2-out hit to get Gallo home. And he lines it to left. It's a hit. Here comes Gallo. Fuld has it. Here's Fuld's throw to the plate. It is just a little bit late. Gallo slides into home plate with a feet first slide. He scores, and the Rangers lead 2-0. So Robinson Chirinos with a line single to left field to score Gallo. A big 2-out hit for Texas.
2-out hits obviously are very important, but especially for a runner at second base and a ball hit to the left side, do not have to worry about the ball going through. It can break on contact, and that helped Gallo with his long strides and speed be able to score easily. And throw a little bit offline. Stephen Vogt no chance to make the play and block off Gallo.
So Chirinos gets his 25th RBI. And here's Rougned Odor. The throw, first pitch is high, 1-0. The throw from Fuld, it wasn't a terrible throw. It just was sort of into the runner. Right. And Vogt really was never able to get a handle on the throw as it ended up being picked up by Sonny Gray, backing up the play. 1-0 to Odor. And there's a strike. Fastball at 93 miles an hour. So a 2 spot for Texas to take the 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the 4th. So 6 hits now in the game for the Rangers off Sonny Gray. First, or the 1-1 pitch to Odor is popped foul. About 20 rows behind the third base dugout where the A's are located. These are the innings where you have to be careful if you're a pitcher, because they're the high stress innings in this type of weather, and it can really wear you down. One and 2 the count to Odor, who has struck out and he has grounded out. And a foul tip held on by Vogt, and it's a strikeout for Gray. So Sonny Gray strikes out 3 in the inning, but the Rangers get a pair. A Chirinos RBI single, 2 outs. Before that, the Moreland solo home run. So after 4 in Arlington, it's the Rangers 2 and the Athletics nothing. Tronio.
Ben Zobrist will start things off for the Athletics. A pair in the bottom of the 4th inning for Texas, and Kobe Lewis into the windup. The big right-hander fires and delivers a strike, and it's 0-1. Zobrist lined hard the second baseman. Odor went to his right and made a backhand catch of a screaming line drive. Zobrist, switch hitter, batting left. Takes inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Moreland hitting the home run. Not that big of a surprise. He's done it 13 times against the A's and twice this year alone against Sonny Gray. Here's the 1-1 off speed, taken low with the curve. But the number 9 hitter getting a base hit with 2 outs. That's the thing that really stings against Sonny.
Just as badly as him walking on Tuesday night. The 9th place hitter, same hitter.
Here's the 2-1. Missing outside, 3 balls and a strike. Reddick and Laurie to follow in the frame. 7 in a row retired by Lewis. Has faced the minimum through 4. Just the base hit by Reddick. He was erased on a double play. And there's ball 4. And fastball down and away. And Zobrist will start the 5th on the first free pass allowed by Lewis.
And you know, for Kobe Lewis, as you mentioned, he's not going to pitch deep in the game typically. So if the A's can get the pitch count up, that was a good 5-pitch at bat by Zobrist to get the walk, especially leading off. But you'd rather take your chances with a bullpen, who are in nice shade in right center field. Unlike the A's bullpen, you don't even see those guys. They're hiding back in an air-conditioned
undisclosed area.
A little air-conditioned area back there with all the equipment.
Now Reddick bats and he takes outside. If you believe that the A's are playing their best baseball at the moment, down 2-0 with a lot of baseball to play, and the leadoff man getting on in the next inning, should be a precursor, you would think, to at least getting a run back, because that's what the good teams do.
Right.
1-0 pitch, instead of turning to throw back to first. And the A's are not a good team yet, but they're playing like a good team at the moment.
And surprisingly, Colby Lewis, who pitched his great 1 hit in 4 innings and a 5-pitch walk after his club just gives him 2. That's unexpected.
Josh with a ground ball base hit through the left side is only time up. He takes a strike on the inside corner. Colby Lewis used to be a flamethrower, but Tommy John surgery and shoulder surgery and hip surgery has grabbed all of that velocity away from him. But he has a penchant for pitching, which he learned in Japan with the Hiroshima Carp. 1-1 breaking ball popped up behind the plate. Over toward the screen comes Chirinos, and he doesn't have a play. It just clears the screen and lands in the front row. It's 2 balls and a strike. That's where he became more of a field pitcher, more of a breaking ball type pitcher. And he spent 2 seasons in Japan, and that really just enabled him to improve on that pitchability factor.
Well, most guys can throw the fastball. It's usually the off-speed pitches that they cannot control. And then playing in Japan, Mexico, I know there's a lot of pitchers that do well after pitching there.
1-2 on Reddick to stretch the pitch. And look out, bends him back up and in.
That's a purpose.
And they count now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Colby Lewis is good enough with his control that if he does that, it's to say, I want both sides of the plate, which most pitchers want.
A's down 2-0 in the 5th. The stretch by the right-hander, and the offer swung on and foul tip. Chirinos can't hold on. The battle continues against Reddick. Josh came into the game 8 for his last 43. To get this bat going again. Chirinos taking a little bit of extra time going out to the mound, talking with Lewis, in part to kind of make sure they're on the same page, and also to let the cobwebs come out after he took one right off the center of his mask.
And Colby Lewis could say, it's hot out here. Get back. Let's go.
I know what I need to do.
Yeah, I don't know there's too many visits you want to make on a hot day like today.
Outfield straight away on Josh. Zobrist steps away at first. 2-2 pitch swung on, fouled off to the left. Brett Lawrie waiting on deck. The A's are home this weekend as they welcome in the Kansas City Royals. And Jesse Hahn will open that series tomorrow night against Edison Volquez. Then Scott Kazmir against Chris Young, and Jesse Chavez against Jeremy Guthrie. Bob Melvin hoping for just baseball conversation. Swinging a fly ball to left center. It's not very deep. Martin and Gallo converging. Center fielder crosses right in front of Gallo. They mildly bumped, almost caused an issue. And Martin's trying to say, hey man, if I'm there, it's my ball. And I know you're learning left field. You've played like 6 games out here, but that's the way of the world out here in the outfield. A's may have gotten away with that one as Gallo got in the way of Martin.
Colby Lewis did to Josh Reddick what he did to Brett Lawrie in his last at bat, hit a double play. Kind of quick pitch, comes a set, little slide step, quick pitch, and altering his delivery towards the plate. Zobrist maybe, but more likely not to run.
Now Lawrie bounced into a double play his last time up. He swings and misses at a high breaking ball for strike 1.
And again, a slide step, and it's Colby Lewis do that just enough to get you thinking that he's going to be quick to the plate, and then he gets a high leg kick to get a little bit extra on his fastball or whatever pitch he's throwing.
Second baseman Odor shading up the middle. Here's the 0-1 outside with a slider. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody is really shading anywhere today unless you're sitting under the canopies here at the ballpark in Arlington. It's a warm one. In the low 90s at first pitch. The 1-1 offer. Breaking ball again, trying to get Lawrie to chase the slider off the outside corner. 2 balls and strike. A lot of campers here today, even with the weather. They've been quiet for the most part as they sit in the shade. Outfield deep for Brett. He's off the plate with an open stance from the right side. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and foul tipped. It goes off of Chirinos. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that one got a piece of the mask of the plate umpire Gabe Morales. His umpiring crew taking a little bit of a bruising, and Brett Lawrie's been a part of it. He was last night with that rocket that hit right off of the left upper leg around the hip of Dale Scott, who left the game and then later returned to umpire the rest of the game. So you tip your cap to that performance, but unable to go today. 2-2. Fastball down low. There's that slide step again, Ray. But it fills the count. We'll see if Zobrist is in motion. 1 out, 1 on in the 5th, and the A's trail at 2-0.
And for a ground ball pitcher, a pretty good time to have him run just in case a ground ball is hit, and maybe put a runner in scoring position, stay out of a double play.
The 3-2 offer. It is outside. Good take. Ball 4 for Laurie. He would not expand his strike zone. So a couple of walks in the inning, and it might get interesting now as Ike Davis comes to the plate. And Chirinos goes back out to the mound yet again, and joined by the second baseman Odor right on the hill. The A's have managed only 1 hit so far, although Davis stung one well leading off the 3rd, a drive to right that sent Chu back several steps, made the catch in front of the track. So Davis 1 for 5 in the series. He is the go-ahead run at the plate. And the shortstop Andrews shading up the middle. The set, the offer, breaking ball, and a good one drops in for strike 1. He has so much trust in that pitch that he can throw it at any time in the count. And when he delivers that get-over curveball, and it's a strike, it puts him in an enviable pitching position. The 0-1, low and outside with a fastball, just missed downstairs. 1-1 the count.
I think sometimes with a slide step, of course, typically it will take a little bit away from the fastball. In the case of Lewis, who's not overpowering anyway, he can use a slide step to help quicken his delivery, but also be a little deceptive when he does that.
1-1, breaking ball strike on Davis. He's upset he didn't pull the trigger. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Both of his home runs as an A have come on the road in Kansas City and against Minnesota. Although he's been driving the ball more toward left center this year, when he had a reputation in the National League as an extreme pull hitter. 1-2, fastball up and away. This might be the moment for the A's right here. Down 2-0, 2 on and 1 out, as Lewis is trying to figure things out in this inning, and the A's are trying to capitalize. The stretch and the righty to the plate. Breaking ball inside. Man, he is so tantalizing right around the corners, trying to get you to chase. And now full count on Davis. Marcus Semien waiting on deck. Laurie at first, Zobrist at second. 3-2, it's outside, ball 4, and this has really gotten interesting all of a sudden. The A's have loaded the bases without the benefit of a hit. Marcus Semien is due, but the pitching coach Mike Maddox will take a slow stroll out to the mound. Yet another meeting in this frame with the pitcher Kobe Lewis. And of course Maddox, as he always does, puts the right hand on the left shoulder and has that fatherly type talk on the hill.
Don't do it to me.
I'm just kind of making a point, Ray.
Well, you know, the problem, he puts it on the left shoulder. The guy throws right-handed. If you're going to massage and make it relaxing, let's go to the shoulder that he's throwing with.
Well, Marcus Semien will be standing in. Don't forget, coming up this weekend, you'll have a chance to get the Billy Butler Country Breakfast Bowl. 15,000 fans will pick up the bowl courtesy of Xfinity on Sunday when the A's play the Royals. Call 877-493-BALL or go to athletics.com/tickets.
Do I get the feeling there's a lot going on this weekend?
Yeah,
maybe so. No place to put Semien. He stands in against Lewis, the first offering. A curve on the outside edge. Just did catch the corner for strike 1.
Well, if there's ever time for Marcus Semien to think opposite field, this is it. Because Laurie has laid off the slider away. A couple of lefties. Missed with a fastball.
Here's the 0-1. Swung on line towards short. Speared by Andrews. Goes back to third. That's not in time. As Zobrist dives in safely with the right hand. And then Beltre, after he caught the throw, fell on top of Zobrist. And making sure his right hand is okay. But he landed on him pretty hard with that thick body. So Semien with the soft liner. And there are 2 outs. And here comes Sam Fuld.
Well, that was scary because that right hand of Zobrist went in, and then the spikes of Beltre actually looked like they made contact with his hand as Beltre was kind of searching for the bag.
Beltre is trying to find out from Zobrist is okay. Otherwise, he's trying to hear the conversation between Gallego and Zobrist, which he will do also. But I think it's more of the concern of Zobrist because, kind of like you said, those spikes, especially with the weight going down, can be very tough on a hand that's exposed like that.
This is where the A's could use the super in
right.
Sam Fuld. Davis, Laurie, and Zobrist, bases loaded, all on a walk. Oakland down 2-0 in the 5th, and the pitch is a curve and it is high, ball 1.
Well, Kobe Lewis has walked 3 in a game just 1 time this year before this, and he's walked 3 in this inning.
How about that?
He is just somebody who does not walk very many people.
A's Fuld is 0 for 6 in the series. 1-0 pitch downstairs, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Sam certainly knows the importance of this spot. And most recently, he has been a better hitter where there was a long stretch where he was close to an automatic out. There's a 2-0. Fastball not even close. And Lewis is really fighting it in this inning. It might be the only inning it happens, but you've got to cash in a run or more in this frame.
I figure you take a strike here if he throws one on 3-0, but after that, we'll see.
The 3-1, or the 3-0 rather, strike now makes it 3-1.
And here you can do one of 2 things. You can look for a zone, hope they're going to get a fastball, and let it go, like Laurie did last night after 8 consecutive out of the strike zone by Wandy Rodriguez.
Outfield straight away, 3-1 pitch. It is a strike on the outside corner. Fuld took it all the way to fill it at 3-2.
And that thinking has to be if he's going to throw 3-0, 3-1, throw it again 3-2.
He really trusts this slider quite a bit.
You're right.
Full count pitch. The carousel begins. Fastball line toward the center of the field. A base hit. And 2 runs are home as Zobrist and Laurie cross home plate. Sam Fuld indeed is super as he drives in 2, and the A's have tied it 2-2.
Benny, that's a confident at bat by Sam Fuld. To go 3-0, take what he probably knew was going to be a fastball on 3-0 and 3-1, get to 3-2, yet still be calm enough to take a 3-2, knowing that the pitcher's in trouble. And there's a perfect example of a hitter at the plate, bases loaded. The pitcher is the one in trouble, not the hitter. And Sam proved that with a big 2-run single.
Now Billy Burns standing in. Runners at first and second. The stretch, the righties offer a swung on, fly ball to right. Back goes Chu. He's going to have room. He'll make the catch, and the inning is over. But the A's respond. They get a 2-spot themselves in the top of the 5th inning. Sam Fuld leading the way as we head to the bottom of the 5th. It's Oakland 2 and Texas 2. And the Rangers too, so Sonny Gray is given a lift by his offense. And he'll face Shin-Soo Choo, Prince Fielder, and Adrian Beltre in the bottom of the fifth. And we talked about this at the outset of that fifth inning, Ray. A good team will bounce back and get at least one. As it turns out, thanks to Sam Fuld, they got a pair. Choo has walked and singled today. He's got 6 hits in his career against Sonny in 17 at bats. The right-hander turns and offers and misses down and away, ball 1.
A couple of big 2-out RBI hits, one by Chirinos, and of course Sam Fuld, a big one, 3 of the runs scoring with 2 outs.
Here's the 1-0. Swung on high, fly ball right center. It's not deep. Converging on it is Reddick and Burns. It'll be Reddick taking charge and making the catch, and there's 1 out. 12 RBIs now for Fuld after he drove in a pair in the top of the inning.
And Vince, to your point about how much better he's swinging a bat, but you know, it's one thing to know your struggle, which he was, but then to start to swing the bat well, but to not change the approach. And for him to do what he did in that at bat was really special, and a lot of confidence in himself that he could come through with a hit.
Now the overshift on for Fielder. 3 infielders on the right side. And a good breaking ball from Sonny starts off Prince Fielder with a strike, and it's 0-1. Now this is where you need the shutdown inning. You got to swing it back around to keep the momentum on your side. Fielder has singled up the middle his last time up. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball grounded sharply but foul past first base. Ray, can you imagine this game now? And we saw it especially in the Tuesday night game how it affected Prince Fielder without the shift. As much as teams use it and how successful it's been. You know,
I played at a time when there weren't a lot of check swings. And, of course, that's an important part of the game. But the shifts, I can't even imagine to look out and see guys position. It's almost every time a hitter comes up.
0-2 fastball down low.
I mean, I have even heard of some guys with computers that actually walk out on the field with the computers with the spray chart and saying this is where guys should be playing. Yankees were in town and they did that. And, you know, that's where it's gone as far as they have where hitters hit the ball in the spray charts. The surprising thing to me is when there's a rookie who has very few at-bats.
1-2 offer, swung on line over the shift and off the wall on a short hop in right field. Picked up by Reddick, fires towards second. Here comes Fielder. He'll chug in and slide safely with a double. So Fielder took care of the shift by driving one over the shift. Gets his 17th double of the year. And here comes Beltre. Buggy whipped that ball into the right field corner.
And as big as he is, he does have speed, so it's not surprising that he was going for 2, knowing it wasn't a home run, knowing that Josh Reddick has a very strong, accurate arm.
Now Beltre, he's 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out. Gray readies and offers, and he's down and in, moving the feet of Beltre for ball 1. I'm reminded of when Rene Lashman was around with his, notebooks and binders full of shifts from every hitter, it seemed like, for the past X number of years. 1-0 offer, a strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. And he may have been a guy that said, hey, I think maybe we should move a guy a little bit more, but that wasn't really something that was as accepted as it is now.
And Latch we will see Monday with the Rockies, and Walt Weiss, the Rockies coming in town, and he probably still has his binders with everything.
The stretch and the 1-1 from Sonny, swung on grounded to third, a foul ball past Laurie. Sounds like a couple of A's pregame shows on the horizon.
Well, we'll see. But I mean, Latch is always good. I mean, you'll hear him. And of course, Walt, always wish him well. Great shortstop for the A's, one of the 3 consecutive rookies of the year. After the Bash brothers, then you have a shortstop as a rookie of the year, but Walt had a great 1988.
1-2 the count on Beltre. We're 2-2 in the 5th inning. And Sonny at the plate, swing and a miss. He got Beltre to chase a breaking ball down and away. And Beltre gone on strikes for the 2nd time today. That's a half a dozen. There's that cutter slash slider with a straight downward tilt that finished off Beltre.
And that's been a huge pitch for him, too. For especially big hitters, he uses it against Mike Trout and RBI situations. And this may be a Gallo, the rookie in the on-deck circle, and the success that Moreland has had. 5 home runs not given up by Sonny this year, right? And Moreland has 2 of them.
That's correct. The A's do shift on the left-hand slugger. And Sonny's first offering, a fastball strike on the outside corner. That one touching 94 on this warm day, almost equaling the temperature which is displayed above the office building out in deep left center field. This is a 5-deck stadium, opened in 1994. They had the All-Star game here in 95. Here's the 0-1, breaking ball low, right in front. Vogt didn't know exactly where it was, but no advance by fielder. 1 ball and 1 strike. You remember how hot that All-Star game was in the home run derby? I think Frank Thomas won the home run derby that year.
Yeah. Did they have the red carpet ride with the open vehicles? That had to be hot.
A lot of perspiration that day. So Moreland, who now has 9 home runs on the year, and 3 of those against the A's, standing in with 2 outs and a 1-1 count. To set the pitch. Swung on, soft liner through the middle of the infield, and the Rangers have gotten the lead back. Around third is Fielder, and he will stand up and score as Moreland has driven in 2, and Texas is back in front 3-2. Right off the end of the bat, but he found an open area between Sogard and Semien and picks up his 35th RBI.
Kurt Young is going to visit with his pitcher, but Vinny, I'm a little bit surprised because Joey Gallo can be pitched to. And when you have success, or a hitter has had success against you, you know, I mean, Sonny Gray can pitch carefully, can do things, but you cannot give him a pitch to hit that he can do exactly what he did with 2 outs.
Is that hard for a young pitcher to do? Because you're going to ask him to put the 4 out there. That's not going to work. He's going to say, I want to pitch to the guy.
Right. But you can do it. I mean, and typically what happens, a manager, pitching coach look at the catcher and, you know, give the index finger pitch around or point to your head saying, think about it, because you always look to see who's the on-deck circle. Now, Joey Gallo, if he gets in one, sure, he can hit a home run, but he's easier to pitch to than anybody else on his ball club.
Doubled his last time up off the glove of Ike Davis at first. He swings at the first pitch and grounds it foul to the end of the Ranger dugout for strike 1. So Texas back in front 3-2 in the 5th inning. Gallo 3 for 11 in the series. Gray was down 2-0. The A's got 2 back. And Sonny just surrendered the go-ahead run. The 1-strike pitch. Breaking ball cut on and missed. And it is 0-2. Gallo, the left-handed slugger. Seems like his days are numbered now with Texas, with Josh Hamilton on the verge of coming back. Shocked a lot of folks that he stayed when Beltre was activated. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Michael Choice, the former A's top draft pick, was here for 1 day, and he was optioned back to the minor leagues today by Texas. They've called up a pitcher, Spencer Patton. 1-2 offer, swung on, high pop-up behind home plate, and waiting for it to come down. His Vogt fighting the high sky, stays with it, comes back toward the screen, gloves it, and the inning is over. But Texas gets a run on 2 hits. Fielder scores as Moreland drives him in, and Colby Lewis will go back to the mound in front as we go to the 6th. 3-2 Texas. Heading to the top of the 6th inning, Kobe Lewis and the Rangers, a 3-2 lead. Eric Sogard, Stephen Vogt, and Ben Zobrist will all be standing in.
If nothing else, the pitch count of Kobe Lewis at 84, 93, and 97. The other 2 starts against the A's.
First pitch bunted up the third baseline, barehanded by Beltre. Throws across his body. It kicks away from Moreland, and aboard at first will be Sogard. It stayed right near the side wall. It didn't carry him crazily toward right field, so Eric stays at first base as Beltre tried to make another superhuman Beltre play, and he almost did. The way he gets so much on the throw with a very tough angle, his throw went into the runner.
It's a good sinker.
And we'll see how they score it.
I think they said base hit, didn't they?
It'll be an infield hit. So Sogard aboard, and here comes Stephen Vogt.
And the bullpen start to move around for the Rangers in their shaded bullpen area.
Vogt has struck out and hit a fly ball to left. Lewis ready, slide step and a pitch outside, ball 1. Remember back when the A's bullpen used to just have that little sliver, almost like a racquetball court out there in deep left center. It was like a sauna.
That's right. Worse than a sauna.
But they've got a little more room to spread out there now. Steven 3 for 7 in the series. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit in the air behind third base toward the left field line. Gallo over toward the side wall, but no play. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
And at least this hot day today, Casey Chavez does not have to build a makeshift canopy in the bullpen to shade the guys. Sam Freeman is the lefty warming up for the Rangers.
He hasn't had a whole lot of success against Oakland in the handful of times he's faced the A's.
And you're hoping that continues, right?
Isn't that why you mention it? Because we have so much power up here? Turning the throw back to first. The A's minor league report brought to you by Scharf Investments. Visit WeLikeValue.com to see how Scharf Investments can help you achieve value in your investment portfolio. Jane Lee of MLB.com reporting that Matt Olson and Renato Nunez will represent the Athletics in the futures game. A swing and a line drive, base hit through the left side for Vogt. Singles between Andrews and Beltre, and the A's have got something going here with 2 on and nobody out for Zobrist, and here comes Mike Maddox. Mike Maddox back out to the mound as Zobrist comes to the plate. So congratulations to Olson and Nunez. They'll be in Cincinnati for the futures game. Both of them were in big league camp. Also, one of the draftees this year, Tim Proudfoot, was promoted from Arizona to the Vermont Lake Monsters. And that's reported today by Melissa Lockhart out of Scout.com.
That's a good name, Proudfoot.
It is. And I'm thinking, with the A's on a 10-day homestand starting tomorrow, that we should be introduced to their top draft pick, Richie Martin, the shortstop out of the University of Florida, who is probably in negotiation and very close to inking his deal. It'll be fun to see that youngster probably work out with the big club for a day, then be on his way to Arizona.
Introduce him to a wood bat.
Introduce him to a wood bat. Now Zobrist walked and scored his last time up to stretch the pitch. It is low. It's ironic that the Rangers will play Moreland up and Beltre up at the corners for the A's cleanup hitter.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing, Vinny. As a matter of fact, I had to look at my scorebook to see where Zobrist was hitting. I realized cleanup. But now Moreland moves back at first base. Beltre stays close.
A's down 3-2. Another off-speed pitch. A little BP fastball that time from Lewis is low. He's behind 2-0. He was cruising through 4. He faced the minimum, allowing 1 hit. And then the 3 walks and the 2-out hit in the 5th, and back-to-back singles here in the 6th for Oakland. A's down by a run. And the 2-0. It is just outside and low. I don't know exactly where, but Zobrist may have gotten away with one. And it's 2 balls and a strike. He's kind of faded off the outside corner a little bit. Switch hitter batting left, and the 3-0. It is in there for a strike, taken all the way.
Much different than Sam Folds at bat. There were 2 outs, bases loaded. This is nobody out, and Ben Zobrist has the power. He waits and sees the ball a long time, which is amazing how quick he can be by waiting as long as he does.
Zobrist has a speck of dust in his eye or some sweat on the glasses. Asks for time. It steps out. Puts the wraparounds back on. Did you play with sunglasses on during the game, Ray?
Never. Never.
Did anybody in your era?
No, I don't think so.
3-1 the count. Lewis stretches and delivers. And a fastball grounded softly towards short. Charging as Andrews tries the bare hand grab, and he missed it. And everybody will be safe. It stayed on the infield, and Odor came in behind him to get the ball. And so the A's have loaded him up with nobody out for Josh Reddick. And a decision for Jeff Bannister, the manager of Texas.
And I think he's about ready to make it. But, Vinny, that ball had, talk about a cue shot off the end of the bat. And when you're trying to field a ball with normal spin, it's tough. But ball with the ball spinning the way it was off the end of the bat, I mean, that's, you want to grab some chalk for a cue stick, because there's not much of a chance for him on that one.
So Zobrist will gladly take that infield hit. The A's have loaded him up, and twice the ball hasn't left the infield. And it appears that Bannister is going to stay with Kobe Lewis here, and that's a trust factor that he has. Remember, earlier in this series, Reddick did have a base hit against Freeman. He was in the bullpen warming up.
And the infield is back. They'll concede the tying run for 2 if the ball is hit on the ground.
No place to put Reddick to stretch the offer. Breaking ball lifted toward right center field. On the run is Chu. It's knuckling out there. He'll make the catch. Tagging from third on his way home is Sogard. He'll score standing up. Vogt goes from second to third as well, and we're tied at 3 as Reddick picks up his 43rd RBI of the year. He didn't waste any time, but after the first pitch.
Well, you're right with the knuckleball. That was a tough play for Chu, that he went after it. And I don't care what kind of speed you have or don't have. You see an outfielder struggling for a fly ball, you go back and tag. In the case of Vogt, he did it easily, and he also now is at third in less than 2 outs.
So these two teams have traded runs back and forth since the bottom of the 4th inning. And now Brett Lawrie stands in with runners at first and third and 1 out, with a chance to give Oakland their first lead on this warm Thursday in Arlington, Texas. Lawrie walked and scored last inning. The pitch by Lewis, down and away, ball 1. That was pitch number 95 on the day.
And probably the last batter, Ike Davis, a lefty in the on-deck circle. Of course, the A's do have options if they want to go to a pinch hitter, if the lefty comes in, but at least the lefty is there.
You think it would be Butler or Canna. 1-0 offer, lifted high in the air behind first base. 1-1 the count.
The great thing about Brett Lawrie, and we have seen the success of him going to opposite field, and none bigger than Kobe Lewis's game in that 8th inning. Whenever he hit the 2-run double down the line against Phillies to right field, and they're shading him that way in the outfield, but on the infield, expecting him to pull the ball.
Right-hander Spencer Patton has begun to loosen in the Ranger bullpen as well, joining the lefty Freeman. Another toss back to first base. Oakland 3, Texas 3 in the 6th. The A's with 5 hits and the Rangers with 8. Oakland trying to sweep the series and win their 5th game in a row and hand the Rangers their 5th straight loss. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on, fouled off to the right. Over the Ranger dugout and back into the shade. And somebody will pounce on that souvenir. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, since Ben Zobrist has returned from the disabled list with a knee surgery, we've not seen him run. And, you know, these are always situations here, first and third. They're playing for 2, the Rangers are. And if the runner at first can run, you stay out of a possible double play because they are back and a run could score.
1-2 pitch. Check swing, and Lawrie went around a slider down and away. Got him to expand, and he's really upset with himself. He's gone on strikes. And now that'll bring Brett Lawrie's, actually Ike Davis to the plate, as Lawrie is a strikeout victim, and that is number 3 today for Lewis.
And that's the same pitch he took his previous at bat to draw the walk, the second in the inning, last inning. And walks have been the difference in this game for the Athletics. 2 have scored. Kobe Lewis 2 away from the 100 mark of the pitch count.
So far, the bullpen has been eyewash.
Yeah.
As Jeff Bannister stays with Kobe Lewis. Overshift on for Ike. They move Odor out into shallow right. Oakland 3, Texas 3 in the 6th inning. Oakland tying the game in this frame on a Reddick sacrifice fly. To set the pitch to Ike, he swings and fouls back a curve for strike 1.
Yeah, but you have to give Jeff Bannister a lot of credit for his veteran, Kobe Lewis, on the mound. And you'll see some managers who will go straight to the bullpen on these situations. And instead, Bannister saying, my veteran's on the mound. He put the runners out there. Why let the bullpen give them up? And so far, he's allowed the time run to score, trying to get out of it. But Mike Davis trying himself to give the A's the lead.
He has fly to right and walked today. Swung on and smashed off the leg of Lewis, but right into the overshift out to Odor. He throws to first base, and they complete the play, and the inning is over. Well, the rabbit's foot on that moment was in the back pocket of Kobe Lewis. A ball that was ticketed for center field likely. Instead, off his foot to Odor's glove and then on to Moreland. And the A's are done in the sixth. But they get a run back on 3 hits. And on to the bottom of the sixth inning, it's Oakland 3 and Texas 3. Smash that he thought was going to go up the middle for an RBI and give the A's their first lead. The ricochet off the foot of Kobe Lewis right to Rougned Odor. And we stay tied 3-3. And Andrus will stand in against Sonny Gray. Fastball bounced towards short. Easy chance for Simeon. He gloves it on to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. This is a battle of attrition for the starters and likely a battle of the bullpens before this day is settled.
Well, Kobe Lewis at 100, figure he's finished. And for Sonny Gray, a 1 pitch out gives him 81. So he'll go at least 7, you would think, unless something drastic happens in this inning, which, again, he knows against certain pitchers, if he can get the bullpen, maybe the A's can score some runs, and they've done that. Did it against the Angels, and they've done it against the Rangers, and hope to do it again today.
Now Leonis Martin, he takes a fastball strike. Now, for Sonny, he's looking for his first shutdown frame after the A's have scored a run for him. Couldn't get it done in the 5th inning, and trying to do it here in the 6th. He turns slowly, the 0-1, a curve and foul back, and it's 0-2. There's one other game tonight involving an American League West team, and it is the leaders, the Astros. They're back home tonight, hosting the New York Yankees. Adam Warren against Dallas Keuchel at Minute Maid Park. Right-hander Keona Kella now loosening in the bullpen for the Rangers. 3-3 game in the 6th, and a fastball is rolled up the first baseline and spins out of play. A's and Royals this weekend. Hahn and Volquez, Kazmir and Young, Chavez and Guthrie. There'll be a lot of focus. A lot of folks have already attempted to ask questions inside the A's clubhouse regarding that rather heated series that featured 5 Kansas City ejections on that Sunday afternoon game, which the A's lost 4-2. Kansas City took 2 out of 3 at Kauffman Stadium against the A's. 0-2, low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. I liken it to when Manny Machado and Baltimore came to town. Maybe a little more fierce with the Royals series with what happened But Machado's throwing his bat at the mound after being frustrated. And when he came to town, it was a pretty docile series, and hopefully it's just baseball on the field. Here's the 1-2 offer. Bounced it up there. And 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I thought you were going to throw back Saturday or Country Bowl breakfast on Sunday. And what happened with the Royals? Did something happen?
You're on your own, Vinny.
What do you mean?
I don't know. That little thing where the guy was pointing at his head and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, one of those guys is on the disabled list.
That's right.
Dono Ventura. 2-2 roll past the mound of the second baseman. Coming around it is Sogard. Plays it off to the side. Throws the first. Retires Martin. And Chirinos will bat with 2 outs in a 3-3 game in the 6th inning.
But the surprising, well, I wouldn't say surprising, these guys know, but Stephen Vogt made an interesting point. Was the A's were playing, well, they won the first game with Jesse Hahn on the mound, then lost the next 2. But Stephen felt that the club, while they should have really banded together, they started playing the worst baseball right after that weekend in Kansas City, because you look at their record during that period of time, and it was horrible. They've started to pick it up. I don't really think that. I just think there's too many guys playing for the first time.
Fastball right over the heart of the plate to Chirinos for strike 1.
But the record from that weekend until they started playing better was really not that great, yet the Royals took off and kind of spurred them on, but they're the American League champions anyway.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch, up and away. Well, as the A's found out, it wasn't just them at that time of the year. The White Sox got in a scuffle with the Royals as well.
Now, they had a lot of people talking about them after what happened that weekend. What are these guys doing? Who do they think they are?
1-1 pitch grounded sharply fair past the diving Laurie down the third baseline and toward the corner. Fold gloves and fires towards second. Here comes Chirinos. The swipe tag by Sogard. Not in time, and Chirinos has a 2-out double. He drove in a run in his last at bat. It's his 11th double of the year, and before Odor bats, we'll pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the A's radio network. On a Thursday afternoon, alongside Glenn Kuiper and Ray Fosse, Vince Cotroneo with you. And Odor stands in at a 3-3 game. He is 0 for 3 today. He's K'd twice and tapped one back to the mound. Ray stretches and the righty's pitch. Bounced it up there. Terrific block by Vogt, keeping it in front, preventing Chirinos from advancing 90 feet. That's ball 1.
Vinny, about the Royals, too, I think a lot of people felt early on that they were awfully brash for really, okay, you made it to the World Series. That's great, but that's the first time you've made the postseason since 1985.
Right.
And I think they rubbed some people the wrong way.
Yeah. And that's losing to the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, that's not even winning a World Series.
Exactly.
9 hits now for Texas against Gray. He looks back at second base and offers. And a fastball roll behind first base, and Davis has it. Now he'll toss it to Gray, and the inning is over. So Sonny does get that 0 and keeps this contest tied. We're through 6 at the ballpark at Arlington. A's 3 and Texas 3. This game go to the 7th, and they are tied at 3. Right-hand reliever Keone Kela on for Kobe Lewis, and on for the 7th once again. Here's Glenn.
So Kela on, the right-hander. He'll face Semien, Fuld, and Burns for the Athletics. So all tied at 3. Another good ball game tonight or today. Under the heat of Globe Life Park as Semien steps in. So Keone Kela, the youngster, just 22 years old, turned 22 the middle of April. He's a rookie, and he's done a nice job for the Rangers, and he's pitched a lot. First pitch to Semien is a slider for a strike. In fact, Kela pitched on Friday night, or make that Tuesday night, excuse me, in game 1 of the series, and he gave up a couple of runs and got just 1 out. So he was not good in game 1 of this series. There's a strike outside corner, and it's 0-2. In fact, the only pitcher that has been in more games than Keone Kela this year is Evan Scribner from the A's. This is his 35th appearance. From the stretch, the 0-2 to Semien, check swing on a pitch that's low. Semien has struck out and lined to short, so he's 0 for 2. Game all tied at 3, top of the 7th inning. Semien is 4 for 10 in the series. Fastball outside, 96 miles an hour.
To your point, Glenn, just that he's made a lot of appearances, and it's really new for him. He hasn't pitched much at all as a professional, so on the major league level, it's going to be interesting to see how his second half goes.
Breaking ball, Semien chased it in the dirt for strike 3. Ball rolls away from Chirino, so he picks it up, throws to first to get the out there, and that's a strikeout.
He might be looking forward to the 4-day All-Star break.
Yeah.
As much as he has been working.
And it's probably tough for the manager, Bannister, because the young man has pitched so well, so he wants to use him, but you also don't want him to run out of gas come August 1st. So 1 away here in the top of the 7th, and that'll bring up Sam Fuld. First pitch to Fuld is on the outside corner for a strike. So Colby Lewis goes 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Remember, through the first 4 innings today, he had allowed just 1 hit, but then in the 5th and 6th, it looked like he may have tired some. Fuld hits a high pop-up down the left field line. Andrus out, and Andrus, a step into foul territory, makes the catch. So a long run for Andrus. I don't know that Joey Gallo, the left fielder, was going to get there. He was close, but a play that the shortstop needs to make, and Andrus did for the second out. So Keone Kela already much better today than he was on Tuesday night as he retires the first 2 hitters he faced. And here's Billy Burns.
Well, Anthony Bass last night, his 4 innings out of the bullpen with Rodriguez going just 4 innings. That was a big savior for the Rangers pen, especially for today.
First pitch to Burns is low, goes through Chirinos. Well, in this series, the Rangers bullpen has thrown 8 1/3 innings, and that's a lot.
And unfortunately for Jeff Bannister and Mike Maddox, they have to have a solid bullpen, and that's why they make some changes, because starters, it's very hard to go deep in games.
Pitch to Burns is popped up foul. Straight back, lower level. So 1-1 to Burns, who is grounded out twice, and he has hit a fly ball to right field. So right now that 14-game hitting streak in a little jeopardy. Kela deals, swing and a miss. High fastball, 96 miles an hour.
Well, we talk about the shifts all the time, but for Billy Burns, who does not possess a lot of power, for him to look from second base over to third base in the outfield, it's like, where do I hit it? And their guys are playing so shallow. Infielders are in, outfielders are in.
Pitch to Burns is outside. Yeah, what do you do when the greatest area for a ball to drop is over the head of the outfielder? And that's the case in left field and center field.
Or maybe it's just a straight away center field base hit that will roll to the wall.
2-2 to Burns. 3-3 game, 7th inning. Kela delivers, and it's sliced foul down the left field line. Very little shade in this ballpark. If there is any, it's been found by the spectators. There's just a few clouds up above us, but really not enough to give you much relief. Kela deals, and the ball is hit into left field, a base hit. A little inside-out swing by Burns, and he shoots it between Beltre and Andrus, and the hitting streak lives on for Billy Burns. It's now at 15 games.
Well, you have the same scenarios you had in San Diego, where in the 9th inning, in a tie game, Billy Burns got on first, goes second. Sogard drove him in, and Mike Maddox perhaps going to talk to Kela right now, about the possibility. Cherno's, of course, a very good catcher and throwing out base runners, but this is a time, and we've all talked about it, that he gets on base.
You got to go.
You got to go. At least try it. And so if you're thrown out, no big deal, but much easier for Sogard to drive you in and from second.
Tony Gwynn smiling down on Billy Burns after that base hit, slapping it through the 5.5 hole.
Well, there's a lot of slap hitters and singles hitters who, throughout their lives, their careers, and think of Rod Carew, who had the power, but one of the best of using the whole field and finding the holes.
Brett Butler was another.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many.
I think with Burns, I mean, even if he does something wrong at the plate and doesn't hit it hard, he still has an opportunity to get a hit because of his speed. Not a lot of guys can get away with that. So Burns with the lead. He's got 15 steals. He's been thrown out 3 times. Not going. First pitch to Sogard is a strike.
And there are a lot of times, and that was a first pitch fastball. It helps the catcher to get a fastball to throw out a base runner. But Sogard probably trying to think or allow Burns to run if he's going to. At least the first pitch. We'll see after this.
Kela checks, and he delivers, and the ball is hit up the middle into center field, a base hit. Burns stops at second, so Sogard, a hard hit ground ball right up the middle. And he's got a 2-out rally for Stephen Vogt.
Well, part of it was correct.
Maybe that slide step affected the way he delivered the ball to the plate.
Exactly right. And again, as Cap talked about, and Jeff Bannister, Kela's going to come out, looks like, as he's going to the mound. So let's get him out of the game.
So he quickly got the first 2 outs, but then Burns single, Sogard single, and the A's got a shot here in the top of the 7th inning. So Bannister with the slow walk. The left-hander Sam Freeman is coming in to face Stephen Vogt. So it's a 3-3 game, 2 on, 2 out, top of the 7th. We'll be back in just a moment. The lefty Sam Freeman to face Stephen Vogt. So the Rangers wanted the lefty-on-lefty matchup. Vogt generally hangs in there pretty well against left-handers. So Freeman against Vogt with the game on the line.
Well, I can think of 4 different times that lefties have been brought in to face Stephen Vogt, and 4 times he's come through. Other times, obviously, he's not, but a great opportunity. Maybe that's why Claudio got sent down, because he had a 3-run home run off of him last time the A's were in town. Claudio no longer with the club.
And if you're a good left-handed hitter, you are going to face a lot of left-handed specialty guys late in games. I mean, every team, almost every team has one.
That's right.
Burns and Sogard are your runners. Vogt this afternoon, a strikeout in the first, a fly ball to left in the fourth, and then he had a base hit in the sixth, so he's 1 for 3.
The thing that Stephen Vogt does so well against lefties, he stays closed with the front side. Now they're shading him to pull the ball, but he likes to shoot the ball to the opposite field.
Freeman, check of the runners, and the first pitch to Vogt is a fastball inside at 92 miles an hour. The second baseman, Odor, is right in his normal spot, but Andrus, the shortstop, is playing right behind second base. He's trying to keep Burns close if he can at all, and also going to stay there for Vogt. Next pitch is in for a strike. Took a little off. 1-1.
And you know, Burns should steal third. They're giving it to him.
I don't know that Beltre could get there.
No, he could not outrun him. And of course, Chirinos would throw to second if Sogard decided to go. But you might as well, giving you third, might as well take it.
1-1 pitch. A soft line drive off the glove of Freeman. It rolls behind the mound. Freeman can't pick it up, and it'll be an infield hit for Vogt, and the bases will be loaded.
Talk about a magic one.
Yep. It really was not a hard hit line drive. Freeman reached up for it. It tipped off his glove, and then it just rolled behind him. He scrambled after it, but he just not have enough time, and it's a hit for Vogt. And another big opportunity for the A's. They are loaded with 2 outs for Zobrist.
And these are where the matchups come up for a manager. And you have a switch hitter with a lefty. They'll look at the matchups. Ben Zobrist against lefties versus righties. And right now it's Ben Zobrist batting right-handed. Nice to be a switch hitter.
Zobrist, a line out, a walk, and a single. He has scored a run today. Zobrist, as a right-handed hitter, 262. As a left-handed hitter, 245. So not a huge difference. And the first pitch to Zobrist is a strike. Off-speed pitch. Just caught the outside corner. 3-3 game, top of the 7th. A's have the bases loaded with 2 outs. Burns at third. Sogard at second. Vogt at first. Freeman kicks and delivers. Missed outside with a fastball. Count is even at 1-1. Close pitch. Freeman looked in a little longer at Gabe Morales. That will not necessarily do you any good with the umpire. But
especially in the 7th inning, it's 94.
That's true.
And he has not left the home plate area since the game began.
Pitch to Zobrist, down and in, 2-1. Outfield pulled around slightly toward left center. There's a big gap in right center. Zobrist, a hot hitter, so a good guy to have up for the Athletics. 2-1 pitch. Here it is. And Zobrist checks his swing. He holds up, but the pitch is called a strike.
Yeah, that's a pretty good job of hitting, because the hitter looks for a certain pitch, and until you get 2 strikes, you can afford to look for the pitch, take it. It's a strike. Now everything changes with the count 2-2. Critical pitch for Freeman.
And he steps off. He wants to talk to his catcher, Chirinos. So, well, if ever there's a time to triple check to make sure you're on the same page, this would be it. So Chirinos and Freeman, they have their arms around each other out on the mound, so they are really making sure that they're going to get this pitch right, pitch selection right. So Chirinos back behind home plate. Big moment in this ball game. A 3-3 game. Freeman is ready. Kicks and delivers, and the pitch is outside, and now we have a full count with 2 outs and the base is loaded. So Burns, Sogard, and Vogt will take off on the pitch. So the crowd starting to make some noise. Freeman is ready, and here's the 3-2 pitch inside. It's to the backstop, and Billy Burns trots in. So Freeman walks in a run, and the A's take the lead 4-3. And it really was not that close of a pitch.
You're exactly right, and it's amazing. All this after a strikeout and a pop-up in the foul territory by Vogt, and then Single, single, single. Great at bat by Ben Zobrist. And you know, sometimes it's great to have a veteran at the plate because you could watch Ben Zobrist. It looked like he's looking for a pitch, didn't get it. Very calm, very patient. And on the 2-2 and the 3-2, took both of them.
So now Reddick steps in. Freeman's pitch to Reddick is outside.
There's also a guy up there that had more walks than strikeouts in Zobrist. So you put all that together, that's quite a weapon. He was determined to make Freeman work.
What he did.
Reddick waits. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss.
And with the A's bullpen active throughout this half inning, and Cap, I don't know if you mentioned who's down there, but somebody's been throwing almost as if Sonny Gray's going to be finished. And
yeah, I think, you know what? Maybe Pomeranz. Looks like a left-hander. We'll find out. The pitch is up to Reddick, and now the count is 2-1.
And they don't have to throw a lot to get loose, but Casey Chavez and Josh Fagley did go to the bullpen between innings in the event two would be warming up. So the heat could be doing these guys in today. It's on to Colby Lewis and Sonny Gray. See what happens with him in the seventh.
2-1 pitch. Here it is, and Reddick hits it foul left side, second level, and the ball bounces all the way down into the first level. So Sam Freeman, who came in with an ERA just a little under 5, has faced 2 hitters with the game on the line and gave up a single and a walk.
You're right, Cap. It is Pomeranz, the lefty.
2-2, bases loaded. A's have taken the lead here in the 7th. Here's the pitch, and it's popped up foul again, just about the same spot as the last one.
We have talked about the critical point in a game or an at bat. 2-2 pitch is very critical, and Josh Reddick just got a pretty good fastball, but it's almost as if Freeman does not want to go to 3-2 and try to throw a breaking ball. We'll see if he does it on the second pitch, the second 2-2. But typically, if a 2-2 misses, he's going to come back with a fastball, 3-2, especially with the bases loaded.
2-2 pitch. Here it is. It's hit hard into right field, a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes Vogt chugging to the plate. The throw is just a bit late. Vogt slides in, and Reddick with a 2-out, 2-run single, and the A's now lead 6-3
against the lefty. What a great job! And again, all this with 2 outs. The A's had the big 2-out, 2-run single by Sam Fuld. A sacrifice, and then all these runs in this inning with 2 outs against the bullpen of the Rangers.
So a 3 RBI afternoon for Reddick. He had a sacrifice fly in the 6th. So Freeman faces 3 hitters, gets nobody out, and the A's have taken a 6-3 lead here in the top of the 7th, and they're still batting. We got a pitching change here in Arlington. A's leading 6-3. And it was Josh Reddick with a 2-out, 2-run single, and that scored Sogard and Vogt. That was after the bases loaded walk to Zobrist. So The first 2 hitters were made out in this inning. And then it's gone single, 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 walk, single, and the A's have scored 3 times.
And the third pitcher since Kobe Lewis left after 6 innings. At least this time, from his standpoint, he left in a tie game. So the A's just trying to keep adding on. This has been a busy 6th and now 7th inning. And even going back to the 5th with a couple of walks.
So Spencer Patton is the new pitcher, just brought back to the big leagues, and he faces Laurie. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner.
Jeff Bannister, the manager of the Rangers, might be doing what Bob Melvin has been doing with the bullpen, trying to figure out who can come in and get some big outs. Freeman could not, fortunately from the A's standpoint, did not.
Next pitch to Laurie is skied to shallow left down the line. Again, Elvis Andrus into foul territory. Andrus makes a very tough play right in front of the tarp down that left field line to retire the side. So the A's score 3 times on 4 hits and a walk, and all the runs come with 2 outs. So 7th inning stretch from Arlington. A's now leading 6-3. Well, Drew Pomeranz is in the game. A's leading 6-3, bottom of the 7th inning. So Sonny Gray works 6 innings, and Sonny Gray has a chance to get his 9th win of the year, but still work to do for the bullpen. And Drew Pomeranz is the first out of that bullpen. Pomeranz with his first career save on Tuesday night. Game the A's won 8-6. He pitched extremely well. A's bullpen has been good in this series. 6 innings and just 1 unearned run total in this series. So they'll need to be good today. A's with a 3-run lead. Here's Shin-Soo Choo. First pitch is in for a strike. 92 pitches for Sonny Gray. 0-1 to Choo, who has walked, singled, and hit a fly ball to right field, and he swings and misses, and the count 0-2.
Now, the guys next door, they just come on the air when Choo is at the plate, or they actually do the whole game?
No, they've been doing the whole game. Actually, they've been thinking about what they're going to talk about for 8 hitters until Choo comes up.
That one tapped toward Davis, who handles a tough hop, flips to Pomeranz, who's covering, and Choo is retired, 1 out. Maybe a little tougher play than it looked, as Davis had to handle a tough hop. Ball had a little top spin on it.
Well, like Davis can handle first base, and he's not really a fast player, but he stretched a single into a double on Tuesday night, which helped the A's keep that rally going and win the ball game. And I think a lot of times the first baseman going to save some errors for the guys on the infield, and they make throws.
So one away. Here's Prince Fielder. First pitch is a bit outside. Prince Fielder has popped to short, singled, and doubled and scored. So 2 for 3 today. Five for 10 in the series for Rangers designated hitter. A's leading 6-3. 1-0 pitch outside. 2-0 with Beltre in the on-deck circle. Shift on for Prince Fielder. Laurie is playing right at the shortstop spot. Pomeranz deals, swing and a miss. High fastball, 93 miles an hour.
I think we're seeing the best of Drew Pomeranz right there in the bullpen, right over the top. And we saw him Tuesday night come in, get the save, throwing mid-90s with a fastball, great knuckle curveball, and just a nice, easy delivery, and probably best suited for the role he's in right now.
From the stretch and the pitch, good swing there by Prince Fielder, and he fouled it straight back to the screen.
I know he gets frustrated, as does Bob Melvin, with the deep counts, but he feels like it's always been something that he's dealt with, and he feels like he's confident enough to get out of those spots, which is interesting to hear.
And the deep counts are what made him as a starter guy who went 5 innings, and that was probably it. 2-2 pitch, tapped up the third base line. Pomeranz picks it, spins, throws, and they get Prince Fielder on a close play at first. And Prince stumbles over the bag and ends up doing what's the equivalent to a head-first slide past the bag, and he was out, and he kind of waves at the crowd as they cheer for him. But either way, a nice play by Pomeranz, as Prince Fielder runs pretty well.
Well, that's the key, because Pomeranz did not panic. He went after the ball, and I think there is knowing that he has a very strong arm. Once he got the ball in his hand, he could throw it and put a little bit extra on it and get the speedy fielder. If he panics, he might throw it down the line. Prince Fielder did that rounding third, and all the guys were laughing. Ah, ha, ha, it was great, but a little bit different now. It's the second out of the inning.
So here's Beltre with 2 outs. First pitch inside to Beltre, who has singled and struck out twice.
His way of pointing to the crowd saying, which one of you was the invisible guy to trip me?
That's right. 1-0 to Beltre. Beltre pops it up. Sogard is under it. He's got it, and Pomeranz with a 3-up, 3-down inning, and he did it in 10 pitches. A couple of ground outs and a pop out, and we're headed to the 8th. It's Vince Cotroneo time, and the A's lead 6-3.
Whoa, what an intro.
Here's Vince.
And Spencer Patton goes back to work a second inning of relief. You know, the Glenn Kuiper experience was impressive in the 7th inning. You got the lead. Something I was.
Yeah, but I was -2 after the 4th inning, so now I'm +1.
That's all that matters.
Hockey terms.
Well, the most important thing when Finney does those fabulous highlights, you're going to have a bunch of highlights, a lot of calls.
I appreciate that.
First pitch, breaking ball strike, and it's 0-1 on Davis. He's hit a fly ball to right, walked, and tapped one off the foot of Lewis with 2 men on. Thought he had a chance for an RBI. Ricochet to Odor, who's in shallow right, and he threw him out. Here's the 0-1. Swung on line, foul off to the left. Patton, 27 years of age, and Ray, he is from Farina, Illinois. Does that ring a bell at all?
No. Sorry.
He went to Southern Illinois, Edwardsville.
That's up north, so. Southern Illinois University in Carbondale, that's down the southern part.
Understand.
Edwardsville, a little bit up north.
Here's the 0-2. Fastball up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. If anybody knows the geography of that state, it would be you.
Not necessarily. I've been gone a long time.
Well, the geography hasn't changed.
No, but I have.
The overshift on Ike, and a breaking ball fouled off to the left again. And it stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Essentially in Illinois, there are 2 parts of the state, north and south. I mean,
yeah,
when
you get
Cubs,
and you got Cardinals.
Exactly. I was a Cardinal fan.
Stand the man.
That's that. So down about 90 miles from the southern tip and 320 miles from Chicago. Says it all.
1-2 offer. Swung on, rolled into the shift, and to his left goes Andrus. He gloves, he spins, and he throws. And if Ike Davis could sail his helmet out of the Globe Life Park and over the stadium wall, he would. He's got all bad luck today.
And he's picking back to their jumbotron here and looking, as Elvis Sanders probably looks at it more than anybody, but Ike Davis, I think, just wanted to see. He knew where the defense was set up. Maybe he wanted to find out who caught the ball, and it was the shortstop on the second base side.
Now Marcus Semien. He takes off the plate outside. A curve from Patton. A's in front 6-3. Lewis, Kella, Freeman, and Patton have worked today for Texas. Wind in the pitch, a swing and a miss. And the A's have the right-hander Evan Scribner loosening after a 1-2-3 7th for Drew Pomerantz in relief of Sonny Gray, who's in line for his 9th win of the year. Fastball is inside. Didn't miss by much. And now 2 balls and a strike. Marcus is 4 for 11 in the series. He sends one out to Chu and right, and he has a routine play to make, and he does, and there are 2 outs.
Well, with Moreland leading off the inning in the 8th, I just wondered if Pomerantz will stay in until he's face him, and then maybe Scribner to come in. 10-pitch inning for A's left-hander. Of course, Gallo follows him. Another lefty. So we'll see what Bob Melvin, and maybe because of the heat and the bullpen. And
actually, it's Edward Mujica loosening the bullpen. My mistake. I thought it was Scribner.
Well, it is right-handed nonetheless, but I think maybe Pomerantz, we'll see if he goes back out, especially with the 2 lefties up. Or duo.
First pitch to Fold is inside, ball 1. The wind, the offer. Fastball strike. Sam, a big moment for the A's in the 5th inning. The 2-out, 2-run single on a 3-2 pitch. The A's have outscored Texas 6-1 since they fell behind 2-0 at the end of 4.
Benny, I thought the thought process of Sam Fuld when he hit 8th in San Diego in front of Scott Kazmir in that big game that the A's won, game 2.
2-1 pitch, a check swing, down and in the last good third. The answer is yes on the appeal to Marcus Patillo. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
But in this game so far, and nothing against anybody else, but the 2 critical at-bats have been Fuld and Zobrist. Both times they've come through. One with a 2-run single, the other with a walk, and of course Reddick made it even better.
2-2, swung on and foul behind the plate. Sonny Gray today 6 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. And with that, his ERA a small bump up to 2.09. He is still the leader in the American League by just a skosh over Chris Archer at 2.10. 2-2 offer, fouled at the plate. The major league leader, Zach Greinke from the Dodgers at 1.70. So if the A's can nail this one down and sweep the series, get their season high 5-game winning streak for a flight home to the East Bay, Sonny will be the ERA leader to boot. Fastball is outside, a full count.
Well, you look at Jesse Chavez Tuesday night, 5 innings in the bullpen, 12-out save. Give him a much needed and deserved win. Maybe Sonny Gray can get the same today.
3-2 offer, swung on, pulled on the ground behind first, backhanded by Moreland, an underhand toss. And over there is Patton. He beats Fold, and the A's go 1-2-3. On to the bottom of the 8th inning. Oakland in front, 6-3. Mitch Moreland will face Drew Pomerantz to start the bottom of the 8th inning. A's in front 6-3. Then Joey Gallo, another left-hand batter, followed by Elvis Andrus. The left-hander sets and fires, and a fastball through the heart for strike one. Moreland has done most of the heavy lifting today for Texas. Grounded out of the first, homered in the 4th, and singled home another run in the 5th. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball lined over short. That's where Laurie was standing alone on that side of the infield, but it lands for a hit. And Moreland is 3 for 4 today.
Is that the first breaking ball today from Pomerantz? Just seems like he hasn't thrown that many. But I mean, he throws it to a lefty, which is a good pitch. But the good fastballs were thrown to Prince Fielder last inning, and Chu as well. But that time, a pretty good pitch for a hitter to hit exactly where the hot hitter did today.
Now Gallo stands in. Doubled and scored back in the 4th, part of a 1-for-3 day. And the lefty's pitch. Fastball lifted out of play behind third. Strike one.
If Moreland had really been hot today, that first inning could have been very tough for the Athletics because he was up with a couple of runners on base and hit a weak ground ball to first.
Left on left here, and Gallo has really struggled in these situations, as many rookies would. The 1-strike offer. Fastball fouled just below us, and it is 0-2. Gallo coming into the game a 125 hitter against lefties, just 4 for 32.
Gallo's got a good hitting coach in Dave Magadan to work with, but Mags has already said, well, they expose you very quickly at this level if you have some holes, and he's got them, and we're seeing how he's being pitched.
0-2 offer. Swing and a miss. He chased one upstairs, and down he goes on strikes. High octane that time at 93 from Pomerantz. So he retires Gallo. 1 out, 1 on, and Bob Melvin on his way. And he has Edward Mujica ready to go. So the Chief will be summoned from the bullpen. Pitching change at Globe Life Park in Arlington. With the A's lead 6-3, we'll be back with more after this. this year from the Red Sox, and 2-2 in 18 games, a 3.54 ERA. He's made 7 appearances for the Athletics, including last night, and in a tough spot with 2 on and nobody out. And he got a double play ball off the bat of Beltre, and then struck out Michael Choice and prevented the Rangers from mounting any kind of rally. And he'll face Andrews here, 1 out, 1 on in the bottom of the 8th. A's leading 6-3. And so many good things to this point have happened for the A's in this series in Texas. And on that list has really been a coming together of the Oakland bullpen, a bullpen that has not even featured Tyler Clippard yet in this series. And yet they've won back-to-back games. To set the offer, a fastball strike on the inside corner.
Well, to do what he did last night, that had to impress a lot of people, especially the manager, Bob Melvin, with the double play and then strikeout last night with 2 on, nobody out.
They play behind Moreland at first. Stretched the pitch, ran it inside on Andrews. He was looking to dive out over the plate again. He's 0 for 3 today after coming in 5 for 9 in the series. And the A's won't see Texas again until the weekend of September 11th. And that'll be here again in Arlington. 1-1. It is low, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. There will be a lot of water under the bridge until then, and we'll see just how different the 2 rosters will be.
Well, on that date, many, many years ago, the Rangers were at the Coliseum when play was halted for several games.
Here's the 2-1. Fastball strike on the outside corner. I know. I was at the hotel when it happened.
Yeah, I remember about the night before Barry Zito pitched against the Rangers on September 10th. Tom Grieve was doing the games, and Zito had that curveball buckling everybody's knees.
He had like 23. The first 24 pitches were strikes in that game.
But Tom Grieve came in with a white flag and just started waving. He got no chance. And then the unfortunate incidents of the next day.
2-2. Just off the outside corner. Missed with a darting fastball, and it's a full count now on Andrews. At 3-2, their tying run is Martin in the on-deck circle. Pitch did not miss by much on the outside corner, maybe a shade low. 3-2 pitch, swung on, high fly ball to shallow center. Just challenged Andrews, and an easy chance for Burns. He broke back, now comes in several steps to make the catch for the second out.
And Benny, that one word right there, challenge. They've been using a lot on different plays, but you challenge somebody who, and Elvis Andrus, he has 3 home runs, but you're up by 3. Don't want to walk him to put the tying run at the plate, especially in a left-handed hitter who could get into 1. And well, he could just said, here it is. And that's one of the better pitches of the day.
Now Martin, he's 0 for 3. Sometimes a younger pitcher might think about, I need to trick him.
Yep, that's right.
And they get tricked themselves. First pitch, strike on the outside corner. Every time the A's turn a double play, Men's Warehouse will donate $100 to Year Up. Right now, find great deals on designer brands, including Joseph Abboud, Kenneth Cole, and Calvin Klein. To find a store, shop online. Visit menswarehouse.com. The pitch to Martin swung on and missed, and he's behind 0-2. The A's are heading back home after this quick 3-game road trip, while Texas is going back on the road to Toronto and Baltimore. So they've got a long ride ahead of them today and a lot to ponder following this series. 0-2, check swing, and he did not go around. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now Tyler Clippard has begun to loosen up in the Oakland bullpen. Jesse Hahn and Edinson Volquez tomorrow. The A's and the Royals at the O.Co Coliseum at 7:05. 1-2 offer swung on, popped up behind third. Laurie gliding into foul ground, checking the high sky near the sidewall, reaches over the wall and plucks it away from a fan and makes the catch. And the inning is over. Didn't have to leave his feet for that one, but the fan thought she had a souvenir, and then the next thing you knew, standing right in her way was Brett Laurie, and he makes the catch. And that's it for Texas in the 8th inning. No runs to hits, no errors, and with that catch, 1 man left, and the fans saved disaster from Brett Laurie. On to the top of the 9th inning. Oakland leading 6-3. the left-hander Ross Detweiler, who began the season in the rotation. In fact, he faced the A's in Game 3 of the season a year ago. And Brett Lawrie ended the top of the 8th, or bottom of the 8th rather, by plucking one out of the stands, and thought a fan was maybe trying to make the catch. In fact, he was a lifesaver on that play. As a young gal was trying to protect life and limb. And here's Detweiler coming on. He is 0-5, a 7.17 ERA. 12 appearances, 7 of those as a starter, facing Billy Burns. And the wind and the pitch to the rookie is over for a strike. So Lewis, Kella, Freeman, Patton, and Detweiler. Billy extended the hitting streak to 15 with a base hit and a run scored in the 3-run 7th for the A's. Fastball strike on the inside corner. It's 0-2. Longest current hitting streak is 19 from Jason Kipnis of the Cleveland Indians.
Jason Kipnis can't run like speedy Billy Burns, though.
0-2, swung on, lifted into left center field. Tracking it is Martin along with Gallo, and Martin will make the catch. And there's one out.
Yeah, guys, the A's bullpen and defense has been much maligned this year, but if you think about just this series alone,
that's right.
The offense has been rolling along for a while now. Starters the same thing, but in this series the bullpen's been great. The A's have made one error, and it was a questionable error. Lawrie in Game 1, which we thought could have been a hit. So the defense has been good, the bullpen's good, and well, now all of a sudden you're starting to see all 4 phases of the game work together, and the A's are winning a lot of ball games.
Now Sogard, he has singled twice and scored twice in a 2-for-4 afternoon. He takes outside ball 1. Well, they've come back twice today.
Yep, that's right.
I mean, those are signs that we talked about when it was occurring that give it the indication that you really feel like you're playing your best baseball. 1-0 offer in there at the knees. 1-1 the count.
And I don't know what you were thinking on the radio side, Vinny, but I'll tell you, Kuiper and I were thinking on Tuesday night with Chichi Gonzalez on the mound, the way he had been pitching. He gets a 5-2 lead. Figure it might be over.
1-1 breaking ball outside from Detweiler.
But all of a sudden the A's come back, end up winning the ball game. You know, and he just lost it after 5 innings. Lost it in the 6th inning. So same with Lewis today. He's been so dominant against the Athletics. And the A's twice came back after he had the leads.
Here's a 2-2. Fastball foul at the plate. But to that end, is that one thing that has been a constant through all the dark times this season for the A's, been pretty consistent starting pitching.
Sure.
So you always felt like they were going to keep you in the game, even if that opposing pitcher, Chichi Gonzalez or today Kobe Lewis, was going to be very good. You felt like your starter was going to keep you right there.
You just didn't know if the offense was going to come back and score runs or if the defense might let you down.
2-2. Fastball way inside under the hands of Sogard. Fills the count at 3-2.
And I think the important thing, there have been so many trade rumors about certain guys. The fact the A's are playing solid baseball, leave the club, let them play, because they could do something special in a division that's pretty much wide open.
3-2 pitch, bounce right back to the mound and flagged down by Detweiler on a backhand. He'll pounce off the mound and give a short underhand toss to Mitch Moreland for the second out.
And the one thing the players who have talked about or have been talked about as being pieces that maybe other clubs have wanted, to the man, and they know who they are, said, we want to see this club play the way we expect to play. And coming out of spring training, a great record there. Unfortunately, did not play that well, or at least the record didn't show it, but starting to play the type of baseball they felt they could all season, and they're doing it now. Tyler Clippard is warming up, Benny, so it looks like he's got the 9th inning, regardless of what the A's do here in the top of the 9th.
Chirinos, Odor, and Chu will be due. Fastball down and away to Vogt, ball 1. Steven is 2 for 4 today. His average now at 305. He swings and grounds one sharply past first base. 1 ball and 1 strike. The White Sox playing the Tigers and leading that game in the 10th, 8-5. Miguel Cabrera has not driven in a run in that game, so Steven's still the RBI leader in the league. High curveball missing upstairs. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. (6-3) Oakland in the 9th inning. And the lefty to the plate. Fastball taken at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A victory today. The A's will have won 9 of 11, 5 in a row, and have gone 20 and 11 in their last month of baseball. Here's the 2-2. Fastball line foul past third base. It's hard to ignore, especially in this day and age, all the noise about things like trades and potential comings and goings of players. I think if you're a modern player today, it's almost impossible to avoid. 2-2. Changeup lined into right field. That's a base hit toward the corner. Shu will chase it down on the backhand. A turn by Vogt at first. He'll stop there as Shu sends a 1-hop throw to second base. I mean, Ray, when you were playing, you didn't really know until suddenly you were tapped on the shoulder and the deal was done. Where today, you know days, weeks, sometimes even months in advance the possibilities if your name is out there.
And maybe you know before you're even told. With the social media.
And plus, too, nowadays, it's not just the trade. It's, you know, if a team brings up somebody from the minor leagues, automatically the rumors start that, well, that's phase one. There's a move coming after that. And usually that's not the case. But
that was the rumor here on Tuesday night, which happened to be Beltre.
That's right.
Now Zober stands in, takes inside ball 1. A's leading 6-3 in the 9th.
But the Mets brought up one of their prized pitching prospect. Mets, his name is, a left-hander today. And, I mean, the rumors now are flying around the Mets that it's part of a deal, which is probably not even what's going on.
1-0 pitch outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Well, Terry Collins probably shook his hand and said, can you hit?
That's true.
Because they've been struggling with the offense, although they're leading today 2-0 at Milwaukee in the 9th.
Yeah, they've lost 7 in a row, the Mets, after that great start.
Did he ask Colon if he could hit?
No, he can't. We know he can't.
Here's the 2-0. Fastball in at the knees, a called strike, and it's 2-1.
Bartolo Colon's at-bats have become must-see.
Yeah, that's right.
Believe that? Trout, Pujols, Colon.
One time they were all together. At least 2 of the 3 were.
2-1. Swung on, bounce left side, waiting for the in-between hop is Beltre. He gloves, slings it across the infield, and the A's are done in the 9th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. On to the bottom of the 9th. A chance for the A's to sweep the Rangers. And we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. A's in front, 6-3. He was a big part of this winning streak, which began over the weekend against the Angels with 2 back-to-back super save situations, going multiple innings and getting more than 3 outs. He's got a dozen saves on the year, a 1-3 record, a 2.97 ERA. And in 30 and a third, he's allowed 10 runs on 23 hits. He's walked 14 and struck out 29. He has a 3-run cushion, facing Chirinos, Odor, and Chu. Saturday, an inning and a third with an inherited runner and preserved the 4-1 lead. Got his 11th save. Sunday, an inning and 2/3. Allowed the home run to Pujols in the 8th inning. Tightened the game, but held on for the save, and the A's won that one 3-2. His second save as an Athletic was on May 1st against these Rangers right here at Globe Life Park. He's only pitched against them on 3 occasions, a save, a win, and a no decision. First offering, a fastball strike to Chirinos, and it's 0-1. The A's have come to the Lone Star State, and they've done a heck of a job against the Rangers.
And especially the Hot Rangers have been playing very well, not so well at home, which is fine. A's beat them 2 out of 3 in Oakland, which was even better because they've been playing a lot better away from their park here.
Chirinos 2 for 3 with an RBI. He swings and lines one is short, and a nice grab cap high by Semien. He was in perfect position and makes the grab. There's one away, and that'll bring Odor to the plate. Odor is 0 for 4. Meanwhile, if this score holds up, Texas will limp onto their charter flight with a 5-game losing streak, just 1 game over 500, while the A's will be on a 5-game winning streak, and for the first time since early May, they will not occupy 5th place in the American League West. The wind, the pitch, missing high, ball 1. 6-3 Oakland in the 9th. May 7th, the last time the A's were in 4th place. A swing and a foul back out of play. Doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when you're in that situation and you take the kind of nosedive that the A's did, it would be easy to simply crash and burn. To their credit, they pulled out of the tailspin, and they have definitely got the wings and the rudder heading in the right direction. Here's the 1-1. Off speed, that signature changeup from Clippard. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. AAA has over 100 years of experience saving people in trouble. That's why AAA and the American Red Cross have teamed up to help people prepare for emergencies and disasters. The 1-2 offer. Look out, up and in. For every A's game-winning save this year, AAA will donate $500 to our local Red Cross so you can high-five that game-winning save, knowing our community will be stronger in times of emergency. To learn more, visit AAA.com/saves. Here's a 2-2, fouled off to the left. Battle continues with Odor. Gray for 6, Pomerantz an inning and a third, Edward Mujica 2/3 of an inning, and now Tyler Clippard to finish it off for the A's. Chu waiting on deck. 2-2. Outside with a changeup. And oh, by the way, if the A's win today with this lead, while it wasn't as dominant as it has been in the past, Sonny Gray will go to 5-0 here at Globe Life Park. 3-2 pitch. Fastball popped up behind the plates and back into the crowd. The A's are home for the Kansas City Royals over the weekend. Then interleague play returns with the Rockies coming to the Coliseum on Monday. That'll be American League style. And then a 4-game showdown with the Seattle Mariners over the July 4th weekend. 3-2 changeup popped up. Foul territory near the A's dugout. Vote is over along with Laurie, and neither can get to it. It's deep in that wide dugout, and nobody can get to the baseball. And it stays at 3-2.
And there was that southern wind coming in. Right?
Yeah, the south. Yeah. Pushed it toward us.
I remember what you said in the first inning.
I like the way that you went back to our initial conversation.
I mean, that was a perfect example. It did not have the exit through the backdrop. It was over near the dugout. Took it into the seats.
Trying to tie it up with a nice bow. 3-2 changeup. This one in play. Served high in the air behind second. And Semien will call for it. He'll make the catch on the dirt. And now the Rangers are down to their final out at a Shin-Soo Choo. Chu standing in on the left side. He is 1 for 3 with a walk, a single, a fly ball to right, and a ground ball to first. Left-hand batter against the right-hand pitcher, and Tyler turns. Clippard's offer. Fastball right in there for a strike. It's 0-1. A comeback victory today for the A's against Texas. Second one in this series if it holds up. And the 0-1, missing high, tried the changeup. 1-1 the count. Laurie well off the line at third base. A good 35 feet off the line, in fact. Here's the 1-1. Another change, a wave and a miss. A wild cut by Chu. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outfield the other way on Chu. A quiet day in Arlington thanks to the A's comeback victory. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on line toward first. Diving catch by Ike Davis. An exclamation point on a sweep of 3 against Texas at Globe.